23333.
Okay.
Let's go.
Can I get your number from Bink? Is that okay if he gives me your phone number, Skip? So I
Jesus.
can go ahead and schedule. Thank you, Skip. I appreciate it. Okay. Oh, we live. I didn't even hit the dang
But
intro.
you the
Wait a minute.
producer.
It's
Hit the
Gina Hart.
live.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'ma tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Yeah.
Are we on the air?
We live. All that got on the air is live. We
You.
got a new intro.
All right, y'all. Good morning. It's
Good morning.
Monday morning. We done went through. It is Monday, right?
Yes.
I think.
Monday. Yeah.
It's Monday morning. We done went through a weekend, the whole nine. He goes down. Shout out to everybody on IG Live. And I have not been to sleep.
What?
I have. Oh my God. Oh, I don't even want to tell my story right now. I don't even want to tell my testimony right now.
Tell your testimony.
Tell your testimony,
Tell your
baby.
I could not sleep all night long. I've watched every Law and Order, NCIS Brooklyn, NCIS, the whole thing. So let me just start with Shawnee. How was your night? Shawnee?
You know what, Mike?
What?
I didn't sleep all night either. And you know what I was up to?
What?
I was watching Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover sessions. I was
No, you
going
weren't.
back
For real?
like for real, because like I said, me and Bink been up early. Me and Bink
Right.
don't usually talk this early, but he been in ops manager mode on me about, okay, let's get this clip, let's get that clip, let's put that together so we can do this. So literally, I was up watching our shows, going back rewatching our shows.
How were they?
They were good. I mean, it was
Oh.
some of them that I was like, okay, we kind of started a little slow with that one. We have to, yeah. I was able to air check us.
I hate air checks are the worst.
Yes.
Air checks are the worst. So what time did you go to sleep?
I took a nap at like 3:30. I went to sleep and then I got back up at 4:30. Like I really couldn't sleep. Like I guess I was just pumped on everything that we had talked about, and I'm kind of excited about what needs to be done.
Right.
Even though it's a lot of work. So, but no, I guess it's a good thing. I don't feel tired. I don't feel drained.
Oh, I feel drained and tired. Shout to LL on NCIS. Shout to Law and Order. Man, I love those shows, but goodness God. Whoa. I am exhausted now. Mo, how was your night?
Pretty much the same as y'all's. I binge watched. I binge watched some new shows.
What?
I am a certified insomniac.
Right.
I admit I have a problem. No tea, no melatonin, no edibles. None of that is going to make me get a full night's sleep. I have come to grips and come to terms with it. I understand, my assignment at night is to catch up on shows until, God willing, I fall asleep.
So how about masturbation? Does that help you sleep?
What?
So unfortunately, that does not. That does
Makes you
not.
more awake?
For some reason, I get invigorated, and
you don't use the rose. I mean, well, you got a man, so but you don't like the rose.
She got the rose to the 8th power. You got a rose. She got a rose that is alive and then
that
died.
shipment is going to drop, ladies. Don't worry, I'm gonna send you the link. But I just nothing puts me to sleep.
I've heard more things.
I think I'm going to have to probably go start exercising more or doing something. I have to find something that's going to just 1, 2, 3 pound knock me out.
You know what helps me?
What helps?
Dr. Teal's.
I did that. I'm stuck in Atlanta, so I ordered all of this Dr. Teal's off of Amazon. I ordered the bath soak. I ordered the foaming bath with the lavender, and then I mixed it with the eucalyptus. I did all of that. It relaxed me, but it didn't do the trick to like put me to sleep, like knock me out. And then the one day that I did, get comfortable, and then I was like, all right, I'm falling asleep. It's finally happening. This is good. I get, you need something? You all right?
Oh.
and it
Was
just
So
blew my whole
was it
sleep.
you
It
need
blew my
something
whole
or
sleep.
you up,
It was
girl?
a nice tap on the shoulder, but
You up,
no,
it
girl?
messed up my sleep.
but the funny
Yeah,
thing is, it's so hard to get that sleep. Like
it is. It
anybody dealing with
is.
that, like it is really a tough situation when you're like, all I want to do is go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. By
Mm-hmm.
any means necessary, please let me go to sleep. So I have some medication. You don't take any pills, Mom?
I used to take Ambien, but
Yeah,
of
but that
course, I stopped taking that. But yeah, that was
What's
that
wrong
was
with
some good
Ambien?
sleep. It's not good when
Ambien.
you take it for a long time.
No,
Oh.
Ambien literally is the most dangerous drug that they
It
will never
is.
tell you about.
It is.
Like literally, people were putting lawsuits
Mm,
on Ambien and waking up driving and getting
mm,
pulled over.
yeah,
Wait a minute,
Ambien was
Ambien.
amazing. And
Mm,
if you notice, there are no commercials on TV anymore. They used
for
to
it.
say
Yeah,
they would say Ambien is non-addictive.
non-habit
is it?
for me.
Non I went
They
through
gave it to
withdrawal.
me when I was pregnant.
Yes, and
What?
they shouldn't have.
hmm
Oh, that was definitely a no-no.
With the first with the was his second pregnancy, but the first
Mm-hmm.
delivery with Carly, I went to the delivery room because I thought I was getting ready to have her, and they were like, "No, it's not
And they
time.
gave you
We're gonna
Ambien.
give you this
Ambien.
Ambien." And of course, me and her dad were together at the time, and so we got in the car. The nurses, they were like, "You can't drive. Don't go to Walmart
Right.
or anything." And
Mm-hmm.
so I take it. We get in the car, and he driving, and I'm like, I said, "What's wrong with them? What's wrong with the stoplights?" He was
You was
like,
high because the
"What's wrong with them?"
Ambien got you high.
Mm-mm.
Like
And you
they
have
look
to
like
take it at a
big
certain
old
time.
Yes.
ornaments.
If you take it late, you in trouble. You
Well,
got to
yeah, it
take
was
it
at
like
night.
early. You got to take it early at night. You can't take it late at night. You take it late at night, you in trouble.
Yeah.
No, it didn't matter when you took it. It gave you that high feeling.
Yeah,
It gave you
yeah,
munchies. It gave you
yeah.
everything. Like
Oh wow.
Ambien was the most amazingly bad
Hmm.
product
It
ever put out
was.
there, and then it just went away. Poof! It just
So
And
went
no
maybe
more
away
that's,
totally.
Ambien.
well, I think
No,
that may have contributed to really messing up my circadian cycle to where I'm like, okay,
what is
during the day,
circadian? Whoa, whoa, whoa!
No,
What is
stop.
circadian cycle?
so it is something that your body does with regulating like your day to night and your sleep time versus your up time. So
I'm
there are
sorry,
people
y'all.
who actually suffer from from this to where they are sleep during the day and then they're up all night.
Okay.
There's actually disorders.
Shawn Robinson is in the building.
Yeah.
Great morning, Michael, Shawn, and the TOLs. You deserve more than a chapter. You
Ooh.
deserve to be the book. They can't stop reading.
Ooh.
All right, Shawn.
All
I ain't mad at that,
right.
Shawn.
I'm sorry.
2022, he been dropping them.
Yeah, he been on it, and it's
Yes.
a lot of good mornings that we have. It's just
Go ahead,
I'm so
read 'em.
used to Jay doing this.
Go
But
ahead, read
Skip
them.
checked in. He said if you take Ambien, you better strap yourselves to the bed, or you'll wake up someplace you don't recognize.
Is that
All
why
right.
that night I can't remember
No,
how I
it's
got home from the
facts.
club?
I'm
Now
telling
that I'm
you,
thinking
Yeah,
about
you
it.
had an Ambien. You had an
Is that,
Ambien.
I was taking Ambien back then, so is that the reason?
But I will say this:
Good morning, Kathy.
Ambien is so strong that
Yeah.
when you stop taking it, doctors wouldn't even refill your prescription. They'd be
Yeah.
like, nah, we
Yeah,
good, we're
that's
good.
it.
But
Mhm.
and you'd go through like some type of withdrawal. You'd be like, oh my God, I can't sleep.
I can't sleep without it.
But
Mhm.
Ambien was the most amazing thing to put you to
Mhm.
sleep.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
shout out to Ambien. Go ahead.
Shawn posted something that's interesting. He says he didn't see our 10-year challenge. Did y'all do the 10-year challenge?
No, well, I reinvent myself every 5 years, Shawn. So I don't know if I could do the 10-year challenge. What is that about?
So the 10-year challenge is trending on TikTok, it's trending on Facebook, it's trending on Instagram, and you post a picture of you 10 years, a picture of you from 10 years ago, and a
Okay.
picture of you now.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So I was trying to find pictures of me from 10 years ago, and I found some. I found one that said student loans, $82,000.
Ah,
That was 10 years ago. And today, still owe the money. That's my 10-year challenge.
That's a
Shawn.
good one. That's a good one. That's definitely a good one.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna put some up there, some, but you gotta sit there and put the two pictures side by side. And I
Oh
don't have that
yeah.
app on my phone anymore. I have to get my kids to do it for me.
Have them do it through TikTok. They're master TikTokers. They can do it
Yeah.
for you.
10-year challenge. What's your 10-year challenge look like, Mike? Oh, his mic. His mic don't sound nice no more.
It don't sound
Shouldn't work.
nice.
It don't sound nice no more. Mm-mm. Yeah, Shawn, we were up and ready to go this morning because ain't nobody been to sleep.
Right. Everybody's just like, hey, oh, what time you want me to come on? Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, we out here. Wait a minute. Okay, Mike's mic is out. Good morning, Kelly J. Good. Okay, we said she got the rose. Oh, he's talking about your rose.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Listen, it's in high demand. I'm trying to get another shipment in now. I don't know which ship it's on, but it needs to hurry up and dock because I have a lot of people in my DM trying to get one. So
yeah, and we might have to order
hold
some
tight, hold
from
tight.
you for the Valentine's Day party.
Yes.
If you're in the DFW area, Saturday, February 12th, we will have a Valentine's Day party just for the ladies. It is meditation, relaxation, and adoration. So
Mhm.
Leah Frazier is going to be a part of it. She's going to do a 30-minute meditation class with us. We're going to do a guided journaling session, and we got lunch and wine and stuff for you. So
You don't have to be single. You don't have to be alone
yeah,
on Valentine's Day, right?
no, you don't have to. Well, and it's up in the day. It's from 2 to
Mm-hmm.
6, so you still got time to get dressed and go do your thing. You
On a
back,
date.
Mike? Not yet. Okay. Yeah,
So
you
they can
got
still go
time.
on their date at night, but still
Yeah.
have some me time, or me
Mm-hmm.
appreciation time during the day. I love it.
Yeah. Okay,
I
there's
love
Mike.
it. You all right?
We need to buy Mike another. His birthday is coming up, so I think we
Yes,
should
it
buy Mike
is.
a mic.
Mike a Mike.
We're gonna get Mike a mic.
Oh, I'm thankful that I'm not in the DFW area today. I am in
Hey, look.
Atlanta, Georgia. But wait, 67 southbound, the freeway has been shut down. Well, is it because of the weather or is it just an accident? What's going on?
It's probably just an accident because it's not. I
Mm.
don't even think that it's really cold here. So 67 South is down in the southern region. That's by, well, it takes you into Duncanville, Cedar Hill, and I can't think of the
Those
other
sound like
areas.
nice areas. We
It's
good?
not where you stayed. Oh, wait. Mike's having mic problems. Okay, for Mike's birthday. Mike's birthday is March 2nd. We are going to
Mhm.
get together and get Mike a
Brand
microphone, a
new
brand new
mic.
microphone. I'm not gonna go to the pawn shop and get it, Mike. We're
We're
not
not
gonna
going to
do
get
a
it refurbished off
GoFundMe.
of Best
Yeah.
Buy. We're not going to do any of that.
We're
We're
gonna
not going to
get
say,
you
give me one from the back. You know, the ones that they return, because that's probably a return mic, because that's what happened to one of my first ones too. We all got the same microphone, and I'm on my second mic.
But you know what? I didn't have problems with this Blue Yeti until I traveled with it. When I traveled on
Yes,
the plane with it,
yes.
that's when I
Mm-hmm.
started having issues. But as
Yeah.
long as I leave it right here, don't move it, or if, like, when I was taking it to practice with me when I would do
Mm-hmm.
my show from there,
Yeah.
then it was fine. But when I put it on the plane, I don't know, maybe when you have to scan it through. Hey, Amber Givens, Judge Amber Givens is
Yes.
on. Good
Hi, Judge
morning.
Givens.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
I'm actually about to start. We're going to start running her. She has some videos up on Instagram, and
Nice.
it's election time. So
Yes,
if
it
you
is.
are
Make
in
sure
the
you're voting.
DFW area, actually Dallas County, then you need to be making sure that you get ready to vote for
Mm-hmm.
Judge Amber Givens. I can say that, and everybody on the platform can say that
Right.
because it's our platform, so we can do that. So vote for Judge Amber Givens if you are in the DFW, well, the Dallas County area.
Mm. Voting is a serious matter. I do voter registration and just encouraging people to make sure. You'd be surprised how many people are not registered to vote still. And yeah, as much as you hear it. So if you're not registered to vote, make sure you do so before election time and make sure that you go to the polls. Please do not think that your vote don't matter because it does.
Well, at this point, can they still register? Because we're in January. The election is in February. So would they have
Right.
had to
So
do
there's a
that?
cutoff period. Yes. So I don't know what your local elections look like in terms of cutoff periods, in terms of registration. You will probably have to check with either your local council person. They would be able to better assist you with that.
Okay, Judge Gibbons is saying January 31st is the
Okay.
last day
To
to
register.
register. So when you go out and you sign people up to vote,
Hmm.
Mo, what's
Hmm.
do you talk to them about, well, why haven't you registered to vote, or what are some people's reasonings for not registering to vote?
Well, I try not to bash and batter. The main goal is getting them registered and getting them the knowledge of what their rights are as a voter, and just encouraging that platform. But a lot of times, if you say it on the funny side, like, "Girl, you're not registered. What's going on?" And you'd be surprised. Some people are have felonies, and they think that or I got a record. I heard I can't vote, register to vote because I have a record, which is not true. And then in some cases where you have already paid your dues to society by going on that little vacation for a couple of years, if you've done that,
Mm-hmm.
you can actually still go through the channels to get your voting privileges restored. So, just don't automatically think that you can't register to vote because you've had some legal situations going on. And then a lot of people say, well, they ain't for us anyway. I've heard that. Which, sometimes, yeah, it is picking the lesser of the person, or the person. You might pick somebody who may not do you the most good, but you might try to look at who's going to do the greater good for your community overall. So, voting is tough, or figuring out who to vote for is tough.
It's a lot of research. It's a lot of
Yeah.
research.
Hmm.
So, with Judge
And arm
Gibbons,
yourself, educate yourself, but not don't become a Facebook, Instagram
right.
educated when it comes to politics. Do your research, find out what their platforms are, find out, what their previous platforms are. Because a lot of these politicians, they switch up the game when they see, all right, this is an unpopular platform to have. And if I want to win again, then I need to find something that's going to resonate with the community. So just, be vigilant, do your due diligence.
Mm-hmm. Well, those of you in Dallas County, I say you should vote for Judge Amber Gibbons.
We like
She's
her.
the presiding judge. Well, it's a re-election
Yes.
for her too. So she's the 282nd Judicial District Court judge for Dallas County. She was a DA before this, and I've actually worked with her on. There was a program that she had. I can't think of the name of it because I'm trying to talk about it now. But what she does is people that have felonies, it's a certain level of the felony. She works with them, gives them 13 weeks to go through this program, and as long as they complete it, then she will. Okay, the
Expunge her
word I'm about
record.
to use, yeah, because I'm like,
Expunge her
she's going to
record.
erase
Yeah.
everything.
Yes. Yeah. She does.
So
I did hear
the
her talk about
empowerment
that.
program, yeah,
Okay.
empowerment program. That's what it is. So she's been on
Which
the
a
bench
lot of people
since.
in urban areas need.
Yeah,
That's a program that they need to look at trying to expand across the board. I always say people sometimes need second and third chances
yeah,
to get it right. You'd be surprised how many people can get violated, or how easy it is to just get in trouble or break the law when you're doing something, when you're on probation or what have you. So I applaud her for having that type of program out there.
yeah, and we're church members too. She goes to Concord,
Nice.
but she's a really nice
Fuck the
person.
church. Can y'all hear me?
Oh, here we go.
Fuck the
That's the first
church.
thing you want to
Yeah,
say.
we
Put your
can
mic
hear
back
you.
up. We can hear you.
Nobody gives a damn about the church.
We
And we
hear
love
you.
church members. Let me tell y'all something about church members. All right, I'm back. I don't know
Okay, Mike is back.
I did everything. My
Good
God.
morning, James.
Who the hell cares about troubleshooting?
James.
Good. Blessings upon blessings. Facts on facts, James. What the hell were y'all talking about? Y'all was talking about church on a
we were talking about Judge Amber Givens. So Kelly, if you want to hook up with her, then you just go to her website. It's Amber. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. ambergivens.com, and you can connect with her there. She has some other programs and things that she's doing out in the community. She always needs volunteers. Nice. So she's a wonderful lady. You love working with her.
And she will hate that I say this. And she look good as fuck.
Yes, she is a beautiful lady.
She is a beautiful woman. Yes.
Oh my God, for real dog.
I like that she's also relatable. When we had her on the show, I'm like, yes, a judge who's in place, who can actually evoke change, and she's relatable.
Oh, yeah. And she looks good as fuck.
And it doesn't hurt that she's easy on the eyes, as Mike is making sure that we know.
Her skin looks like it's always lotion. Like when she wakes up, her skin is lotioned off.
She looks like she gets plenty of sleep.
Oh, her brown.
She looks like she gets an adequate amount of sleep at night.
Okay, that's what you want to call it. If that's what you want to call it, God bless you. God bless the child. No, she looks good. What?
Look, Shawn talking about, she was on the show from her car. We remember. Judge, you got some fans.
Judge Amber Givens.
Don't go breaking no laws just to get in front of her.
Whatever. I need another dude on here. She looks good as fuck.
Like, Your Honor, I'm just here because I was trying to slide in your DMs, but they was full. So this is the only way I can get at you.
Judge Amber Givens the type that you can't wait to kiss on her mouth, like just in the middle of the day while y'all walking somewhere, like just so everybody knows she looks good as.
Terrible. Is that her new campaign slogan? Like,
I've been needing to say this since the day I met her, but I couldn't. I wasn't allowed to. I was over there with the show Didi in the morning, and I couldn't. And I just wanted to say what I just said 6,000 times. Judge Amber Givens. Let me hold up. Let me pause this real quick. Looks good as fuck. Oh my God. Dude, listen. Like the amazing that. Oh, she's on IG Live?
Yeah, she heard.
Yes. Yes. That's why we're laughing. Like,
oh shit, she's on IG Live.
She's listening. She's listening.
But there's been no crime committed here, so you say
he's listening. Good. You've had Skip Cheatham listening this morning. A lot of people are listening.
We all in the building. Listen, Judge Amber Givens, no disrespect intended. I just said the first time I saw you, I had it was sparkly. I was like, oh my God. Like the girl is amazing. Like she's doing these videos now. And okay, I'm gonna stop talking.
But she's smart, intelligent. She said, keep on, Mike.
Okay. All right, fuck the world. One more time. She look good as fuck. If Jay Black was here with me, Jay Black was here with me, God, Jay Black, if you don't get over that damn COVID-12 and get over here.
Listen, this COVID will take you out of here. It will make you feel like you going to the upper room. Like there's some residual things going over here. I understand that. Get better.
But shout to Judge Amber Givens one more time, and I'm not gonna say what I said. But the amazing thing is how amazing she looks, and then when she starts talking, and you're like, God, she is so smart, she's so intelligent. I just wish you could meet my mom. I just wish.
And your mom would say, Miguelito, how you back her?
She's like, what?
What did you do to get her?
She's a judge. I said, no, for real, Mom. She's a judge. Like she says guilty or not guilty. I said, yes. All right. I ain't gonna say yes no more. All right, y'all. So what else did y'all talk about when my mic was acting crazy?
Just voting and Judge Amber Givens.
Y'all didn't talk about Bob Saget dying?
Well, not yet. We were waiting. We were waiting for you. And that's something that yesterday it just stopped me in my shoes. I was cooking, and my son was like, he's from the movie, and then he started singing the jingle, and I was like, wait, what? And I had to go to my phone just to the series.
What? Oh, the series, yeah. So
Yeah,
shout out to Bob Saget. Let me tell you why he's so amazing. And I relate so well to him. So Bob Saget was already an incredible comedian, right? And then he became the character on Full House.
Full House, yes.
So it was the most, he was like Mr. Brady. He was like he was the nicest. Everybody was like, yo, Bob Saget is the dad of all dads.
Right.
If you've ever seen Bob Saget's comedy, he's one of the most raunchiest comedians in the history of comedy.
Oh, wow.
Like Bob Saget. If you ever watched the TV show on HBO Entourage, where Bob Saget was the dirtiest, being at the Playboy Ranch with Hugh Hefner. Like Bob Saget was so like amazing because he made his living off of being the nicest guy in the world. And then if you see him on stage, he's just a whole nother person. And I was like, damn, I hate when I didn't meet somebody and then they die. Because Bob Saget was the one person, not the one person, but in the handful.
He's on your list.
Yeah, he's on my list because he was so like, just like, he didn't care. Like when he got on stage, Bob Saget really said some crazy shit. And man, I'm tired of seeing people die.
I was upset also that Sidney Poitier passed away. Like he is one of my favorite actors and thespians of all time.
But he was supposed to. Like he was close.
Well, he lived the full
95.
Yeah, he was on his like every morning. He was like, for real.
He lived a very full life.
And then the guy from M2 May died. He died yesterday.
The guy from what?
M2 May.
Oh yes,
yes.
And can y'all stop saying it always happens in threes? It has to happen in threes. You act like people stop dying. Like stop.
No, that is an old wives' tale. It still stands true. People look for connections in death. It's just something that
it's going to happen in fours. I promise y'all, it's going to happen in fours too. It's going to happen in fours.
I know the person that I hate, I didn't get to meet before they died was DMX.
Oh,
I never got to meet him. I went to his shows. I love the shows, but I never got to meet him and talk to him.
I mean, the person trying to think the person I really wanted to meet, but not he's still alive.
Who's that?
No. I mean, there are people I want to meet, but everybody. What's the person I want to meet that is still alive? I would like to meet Denzel Washington.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
That would be a good interview.
Man, I would like to meet Denzel.
I'll work on that because he got a movie out right now.
You would like to interview him, or you would just like to meet him and hang out?
I would like. I mean, both, but actually, I would just like to meet him and hang out with him. Who else? Somebody I want to meet. Just somebody I just want to talk to. Who is somebody I just want to?
Hey, Roxy.
Good morning.
Okay. Hey, Roxy, what's up? I would only want to meet this person if I can actually say what I feel like saying and ask what I feel like asking.
Oh,
what's that?
Barack. But only.
Oh, yes.
But I'm not there to dick ride.
You would have to pull out some cigars or some.
No.
You would have to pull out. You would have to set the mood.
Do y'all see how y'all dick ride?
I'm just saying you would have to set the mood.
Wait a minute. Why you say that?
Because I don't want cigar. I have questions.
What would you ask?
Rob was going to sit there for a long time, like he's a smoker.
No, I don't want to smoke anything. I don't want to be all that Jay-Z. We're buddy. We're not buddy. I have questions.
What do you want to ask him?
I want to ask him why, when this election was already sketchy, why you didn't come out when you knew that Russia was already trying to scam the election. I don't want to. I'm not dick riding. Like I love Barack, but I want to know why you decided not to tell the country why. So, in other words, I'm never gonna get.
I'm riding.
I know because we all because we all riders. We all dick riders. We're all dick riders.
At some point in our lives.
Yeah,
It's some stuff I want to ask him, but I wouldn't know how to ask. I probably would ask because I just be asking questions. But there's some videos that surfaced, and I want to know: did you really you know? You really
there's a ton. There's a ton
this
of
man
stuff.
saying you doing?
There's a ton of stuff that is out there right now. I would like to talk to. I would like to talk to. I'm not supposed to say this, but it's the truth.
Say it.
Faith Evans, and I've talked to Faith Evans, and I never.
Interesting.
I'm doing a podcast with Jonesy. And I bitched out. I didn't ask. I'm like, Faith.
What?
No.
Because you normally never like.
No. But you don't want to. We got this little pretend thing that she didn't have sex with Tupac.
Oh well, yeah.
So you want to ask her if she really had sex with Tupac?
To her face, I want to be like, you fuck Tupac. Like, stop playing. You're not sitting on a dude's lap at 2:00 in the morning or whatever time it is in the studio, and you ain't fuck him. Like Faith Evans, like, all right, I'm not.
So why does it matter if she did it or not?
Yeah, what if that's her rebuttal? Like, if she said, "What does it matter?"
Yeah,
if
why
I
does
did
it
or
matter
not?
if she did it or not?
Okay, Jay Black. How about because the most notorious beef in the history of hip hop was popping.
One of them.
And there's nothing bigger than Biggie and Tupac.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
There's nothing bigger than Biggie and Tupac.
Absolutely.
And you go sit on his lap. You know you've decided this is gonna end poorly. You know what you set off. That just irritates. That irritates me.
But what if she didn't, and he just said that to get
Johnny,
up under his skin?
If you sit, get under his skin, and you know your personal little nonsense. They in the middle of one of the biggest beefs ever. You don't sit on his lap.
It's what it implies. So even if it was saying if it didn't happen,
it don't imply shit. How are you sitting on?
You didn't do something and you sit on another man's lap and knowing your man got beef with him. It does imply that something is going on or something happened.
Yes, like stop. Like that is the
so
most.
What if it was just they were there and they said, "Hey, let's get this picture," and she just sat down on his lap, took the picture.
Yeah,
Johnny, that don't even sound right to you.
And that breaks all kind of street code.
We do be in the, we be like, people come up, you've been in the studio and the artist is there and stuff, and it's like, okay, y'all, let's get this picture. And
but street code, if your man got a problem with somebody in the streets, I don't care how famous, I don't care who it is. Yeah, no, I'm not.
I just want to know. I want to know why these two individuals are dead and Faith keeps sitting there lying.
What's she lying about?
Fucking him.
Well, all right.
I
felt like we was having a Stevie J moment.
What if she don't want to kiss and tell? I mean, dang, a lady.
Great. So that's why all this stuff occurs afterwards. See See, and I'm not. It's a good.
Miss Lavish Wink.
I'm not gonna get into it.
Hey, Lavish Wink. Yeah, we got to shout out to Lavish Wink because I have on Lavish Wink. She's one of our sponsors. Hey, Lavish Wink.
Y'all women don't take no responsibility. Y'all always act all innocent and shit.
I don't know what you're talking about. I take full responsibility for what go on with my vajayjay.
So you saying that Faith is the reason why Tupac and Biggie are dead? Is that what you're saying?
She took it further. And she took that shit further. So there's another song that happens after that thing happens, which is nobody's going to say it was because of that. Nobody's going to say it. So, okay. I would like to see an interview with Moni Love on this show. No, you wouldn't.
What's wrong with Moni Love?
I love Moni Love, but no, you wouldn't. Because on this show,
yeah, on this show. Why don't you want
There's going to be a gang of shit that's asked that isn't part of the political party and not part of what everybody says. And I love Drink Champs, but there are certain questions y'all like like on this show where I'm comfortable here, no, she's not coming. She's not coming.
So what would you ask? Like, what's one of the questions that you would ask that would be out of line or not politically correct?
Just a bunch of
we're pretty transparent,
but just a bunch of questions on what went on, and unfortunately, Tupac is always going to be the main source because listen, Tupac was in his 20s. Okay, it has nothing to do with Moni Love or anybody else. Tupac's in his 20s. If you're around me in my 20s when I'm 24, we fucking. Let's be clear, we are having sex. If I'm the hottest dude in the country and you're around me, please stop acting like you're not having sex with me. Or there's no reason for you to be around.
But why it gotta be like that? What if I just want to hang out with you? Why we gotta do all that?
Go hang out with your boys. That let's be real with what it really is when you're famous and you got people around you. Nobody. I'm not hanging. You're not sitting around because you're a Gemini and we're like, oh, we mesh together. No, either you're having sex with me and hanging out and drinking and smoking blunts, or get away.
I mean, I've slept in a bed next to someone famous and did not have sex with them. So that is possible.
It sure is very possible.
Yeah, because drunken stupors happen.
I wasn't drunk.
And no, him.
Oh.
Him. Or he's already busted off 4 times that day and don't want to catch a charge. But technically, what is the point of having a pretty girl around me and I'm famous in my 20s? What's the point? What's the point, y'all? There is no point.
Yeah, for you, but she could have. Yeah, it's possible. So Shawn saying Moni Love said that her and Tupac slept in the same bed and they didn't have no sex. Is that what he's talking about? I don't know these stories.
Yes. Okay.
Mike, you don't believe that?
No. That's what she said. I'm not saying she didn't. God bless her. Wouldn't be my dick.
Well,
but I can't. But when somebody says something like that, there's no way for me to be like, "You're lying." If that's your truth, that's your truth. I'm saying once again, just wouldn't be my dick. Faith out here just busting it open for folks allegedly.
You know what? Allegedly, that word. Mo has had such an impact on my daughters because now when they tell a story, they'll tell the story and then say, allegedly.
I just need Jay. You got to get better. Wouldn't have been my Mike. No, it's actual fact stuff. Like,
but she's never. I don't care who interviews her. I don't care what show she goes on. Historically, she is not going to verify yes or no to that. She's not going to say yes to that. That's something that I think that she's going to take to her grave, even if it did happen. We're talking about Faith Evans, right? I think that she's never going to say yes.
But
I knew my husband was having beef with him, but I still let him smash because I was mad that Biggs was out here, smashing Kim and a couple of other chicks. She'll never say that.
She met him on Tuesday and married him on Thursday. Like the marriage was fake.
Yeah,
they got married within days. Yeah. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's like Santa Claus. I don't understand why we still rep Santa Claus. This is the dumbest story ever. If you really just look at this story, it's the most basic, dumbass story. He sees her at a photo shoot, and then days later, like 2 weeks later, they get married.
Yes, Kelly.
Like, stop.
So did they really get married? Because I thought the mom was saying that they weren't married at first.
Probably not.
Just, dating, but that was just what they put out there, that they were married. I didn't see the clip of with Jada and her. What's her little message to somebody?
Well, Jada always puts up these like love letters and messages around Tupac's like birthday. And so people were saying, you know, it's one thing to, you know, pay homage to somebody who's passed, but how would you feel if every year, you know, your wife puts up this big thing, love ode to one of her past lovers?
How do you put something up here? Okay, all right, fuck it, let's go. How do you put all this stuff with Jada and Tupac, and y'all wasn't even married? Y'all wasn't even officially a couple, and you gonna do this every year? And then, but I really love because me and Tupac, we were kindred souls, and we were the.
Maybe
hold on. You've been married for how long? And you still posting this? I wish Stacey would. I wish she literally, my fiance, Stacey would literally be like, oh my God, I mean, we were like 19 years. I would throw. All right, never mind. Take that back. I think
she pulled out stuff that he wrote for her at one point. It was something that he wrote for her. She pulled that out at one point. And then she just talks about her.
Ladies, can you imagine if a man was with you and was still talking about Teresa from 15 years ago and how much...
Teresa dead?
Is Teresa gone?
She's dead.
I mean, she dead.
She ain't here. He can't send Teresa no dick through the coffin, through the grave. I mean, it's not a threat. But I do get it, because when you're talking about
we got kids
matters of the heart,
we got kids, and you still talking about another dude, and everybody acts like that's normal. Like, well, he's dead. She's a mother to kids, and she's still talking about another dude.
Sometimes how people have love ties. Maybe
if he was down the street, or in another state or another city.
Let your husband with 3 kids. You got 3 kids with him. Let him every year be posting shit about a woman that died 15 years ago, and see how y'all two feel. And
Teresa ain't Tupac.
It's the same shit.
Yeah. I mean, but if she's still mourning,
Well, I'm gonna tell you now. You can't be with me and post about a bitch every year. That's not happening.
Every year, and you done had 3 or 4 kids, and he's still posting about Teresa and how amazing she was. And you married. Go ahead. Say it with a straight face, Shawnee. Shawnee said you would be cool.
Soon enough.
You be cool with that? You be cool with that?
Maybe he ain't got over it.
I'm asking you. You've been cool with that? Would you be cool with that?
I don't. I be like, okay, we've been doing this for a while now, so maybe you need to go to therapy. Maybe you need to go to therapy to deal with this, because I mean, people mourn in different ways.
Right.
I know it took me. There is a death that I just haven't gotten over, and it's been over 20 years. I haven't. I mean, it's my grandmother, but
Shawnee, no disrespect, please don't take this wrong way. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I've been in that situation. I've actually been in this situation, Mike.
No, but it's been over. It's been literally 15, 20 years. We married with kids. You think I'm gonna take this shit every year?
So I wouldn't post every year, but certainly, sometimes, because everybody posts something about Tupac in the on social media and stuff. Maybe she feels compelled to post. But I mean, personally, me, I wouldn't post.
And
like,
then we believe. Hold on.
Year.
And then we believe the lie that they ain't fuck.
They might not have, Mike. Mike. Okay, if something happened to you, I would feel that way. Something happened to you, something happened to Bing, something happened to Action.
Yeah, but I'm not smashing Mike, and I don't know if my significant other would like if I smashed Mike, and Mike heaven forbid, left this earth, and every year I posted something about Mike was so good to me. I have this undying love for Mike.
I promise y'all. I'm not saying this. I'm saying if y'all actually agreed, if y'all met me in my 20s, we fucking.
Skinny Jeans was about me.
Both of y'all.
That was an ode to me.
I am not laying in a bed next to y'all. When I'm in my 20s,
did you know Mo in your 20s?
No, not at all. No, I did not know her in my 20s.
Oh, you
I helped her write tight
I
shirts.
forget that Mike is older than me.
Yes, I'm definitely older than both of y'all.
I forget that.
Listen, 25 years old, and I'm the hottest dude in the game, and y'all sitting around with breasts around me. No, I'm trying.
Well, you could try, but that don't mean you gonna succeed.
Right.
Okay, well, I'm Tupac. Cocky chicks, I'm Tupac. And guess what? Chances are y'all gonna let me slide in.
No, chances are not.
Every woman says that. Chances are no. Okay,
I know that you sliding and everything.
Just think about the dudes that y'all let slide in, and y'all be like, you know what?
I ain't let none of the dudes, celebrities.
I'm saying just regular herbs that you let slide.
Yeah, I was gonna say
regular cornball motherfuckers.
Shawnee, I done had some unworthy
I'm Tupac. Y'all letting me slide in. Stop. Y'all kill me with that. Stop.
Well, Mike, you've known me for a very long time, and you know that was something that I didn't do, but I did it conscientiously because I didn't want people to look at me like, oh, not people, but J Black, oh, she only here for the artist. She only here because she want. I was like, the first person I let hit, Jay is going to prove J Black right. So I was adamant not to
that was your
take any of those offers. I know, right?
That was your dumbass.
I know, right?
That was your dumbass letting J Black manipulate you. Because they shooting made you look.
See. It's Monday, friend.
And
it's
Shawnee,
Monday, friend.
And Shawnee be so full of it. Shawnee be like, I ain't want to be with Tupac. I'd rather be with T. I'd rather be with
T Money.
T Money.
He be selling a little bit of weed and got a temp job. Oh, whatever.
It happens.
On the corner.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, right.
Happy Monday, Stacy.
Shout out to everybody over here. I can't even read. I ain't got my glasses.
Stacy 247. Happy Monday.
All right, let's get
Kamari Ellis is here.
Kamari's in the building. Financial Rebel. Bring him up, and then we can get it popping.
Good morning.
Ooh.
Good
Too high? Too much?
No, that's right.
No, Mo literally is used to my voice. She used to my voice, and when your voice came up, she actually took the rose out. She took the rose out, and she was like, wait a second.
You know what? I blame y'all. I keep seeing all these rose commercials now. Everybody online got these roses popping.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, I'm about to post the link so that I can re-up my orders.
You can't trust these hoes or the rose. It's crazy. Like, listen,
ain't trust
the rose is crazy as hell because it's silent. God, listen. All right, big homie, listen. We're about to get into most vital time.
Oh, you coming on IG? Kamari?
Oh, let them get them on IG gear.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They gonna ask some questions. I gotta smoke a black them out.
Oh, I had a question too, and now I forgot.
I know
I remember
that whole Tupac thing had your vagina all messed up. You can't even remember what you was talking about.
Now, Mike, I don't know if you peeped this, Mike. I was watching y'all when y'all was talking about that. Did you see Shawnee pull out the lip gloss?
Yeah.
And made it pop even harder? It was like, no, you wouldn't get none of this. I'm too fly. I was like, okay.
I'd have been mad. Let me find out Tupac could have smashed you and you said no. I'd be mad as hell, Shawn. I'm like, if you don't step what are you doing?
No,
like, stop playing.
I never met Tupac.
Like, if I got a chance to smash Halle Berry, y'all be mad as hell at me. Like, Mike, what was you thinking? Nah, I just didn't think it was right.
Well, there was that one time with
Oh,
well, I didn't think Tupac was, to me, Tupac wasn't attractive to me. I like his music.
Tupac is a nice looking man.
All right, let's feel out Shawnee's weird attractions. So now hold up. Pause. Let me say pause. Let me figure out Shawnee's weird attractions. So Tupac wasn't attractive, but who was?
Okay, back then, let's see.
Yeah.
I was like
Big Boy.
Oh, I did like Big Boy.
I know.
Like Big Boy. Yeah, I did.
Don't even make no goddamn sense.
Yeah, I was like, hey, Big Boy. I loved 50 Cent. I was like, oh my God. When I met that man, I thought I was about to just melt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because he is such a charmer. Like when he talks to you, it's like all these people around, but he just talks to you. He
listens,
don't matter what they say. He a charmer.
But this is the thing. He's not a charmer. He just says directly what he wants to say all the time.
And
but if that's charming, then he's a charmer, right?
Hey.
And some women, a lot of women find directness to be, a turn on.
That's why y'all so confusing, because it only worked because it was 50.
And then,
we ain't gonna talk about confusing.
I like Christian Keys. That's he was hot.
You ain't even got no like regular like main.
You never like Slim Thug or none of
no. All right, let's get to the
sitting on fofos.
Yeah.
No, none of the Texas rappers. Nothing against them. I mean, I thought they were, handsome and stuff, but I wouldn't like that.
So Chameleonaire didn't stand a chance.
But you know who I
But who knows? Who knows Shorty is all over the place.
I like Chingy.
Oh Tam, shout out to you, girl. Shorty ain't got no consistency. It's just all over the place. It's like
it's just
literally
vibe,
like Chuck D, Gandhi. Like what? There's no consistency. But the fact that she really
and Q-Tip. Oh my God, I had the biggest crush on Q-Tip.
Really?
I love Q-Tip.
And didn't like Tupac. Okay, all right. Hey, God bless.
He just want my cup of tea. That's all.
God bless.
All right. All right.
Yeah, Mike knows my type.
No, we don't know your type. Your type is all over the place. It's like I hate Tupac, but Q-Tip can put it in the butt. What? What in the hell? What?
I can't.
All right, tax season is coming.
Tax season's coming.
I'm already scared. Getting not really scared, but just getting my stuff together, and I'm going directly to you. Right now, if you're a person and you know tax season is coming, what is your advice? Like, what do we get together first? Like, how do we get this appropriate so you don't look at us crazy when we're in your office?
Hey, Mike, I'm a little afraid to give out this advice, man. People have been calling me all kinds of names. They told me I'm an IRS op. Somebody called me a coon the other day.
What?
Who called you that, Kamari?
Somebody who don't know you.
My YouTube be crazy. My YouTube be crazy. Somebody called me a coon.
Because you give out the tax information?
Yeah. Because I told them that income. So everybody, we talked about this last week. Everybody's still confused about this new IRS rule. Again, with the 1099Ks, with the third-party platforms, your Amazons, your Shopifys, your Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all of those, they are now going to be reporting anything $600 and above. But guess what? And we talked about this again last week. If you were doing business, you already had an obligation to report anyway. So it's not really that big of a thing, but everybody wants to make it a big thing. Talk about the power of the media, but that's a whole other conversation.
Well, let's call it what it is. You scamming. If you ducking your taxes, you scamming. Like, that's just what it is. Black, white, Puerto Rican, and Haitian. You just scamming.
All right, so
call it what it is.
Yeah.
So those people are they're out of order, and we understand. We understand how much you're the 1,000% opposite of that. But let's just say strippers. Let's say strippers. Let's just say you got a stripper who's the main stripper at the main stage at whatever strip club she's at, and she's making money for real. Like, she's really making money. What would be your advice to her, and how would you actually handle her situation?
So strippers who are making money, because all strippers don't make money.
Exactly. I'm talking about the main stage stripper
right.
who gets the prime time.
Strippers that are making money.
And I know her real name. I know her real name. That's
her real name is not Diamond.
No, it's not
Dominique.
Yeah.
It's Dominique.
No, it's Donna.
Okay,
It's Donna. It's Donna. It's actually Donna. And
It's
I've seen
Donna.
her at the mall at the food court. But go ahead.
Looking regular with no makeup. All right.
Yes.
So what I would tell Miss Donna is that she should, one, report all her income. She gets most of it in tax, but she can write off. This is the case where she can write off her outfits.
Not bad peaches.
So she can write out outfits.
She can write out outfits. She can write out travel. She can write out, if she's doing like OnlyFans, she can write off, any of the production stuff for that. So she has a lot of money. And I would also tell her to save and invest as well, because the shelf life of an exotic dancer, I don't call her a stripper, right? Of an exotic dancer isn't that long. So, but I would tell her to pay her.
Write off her outfits, but I can't write out my outfits to sit on this show.
Shawnee,
I'm performing.
Wait. Come on, let's go there. You gonna show them cheeks?
No, that ain't part of my, that's not a part of my performance.
We need an apples to apples comparison.
Yeah.
Can she write off her surgery? Like if she got breast augmentation or BBL, can she write off a portion of that?
There are some cases when you can do it. There was a lady, I can't remember her name, but she got I was about to do a visual. Oh God. She got super large implants. So much so that they clearly were only for performance. And they went to court. They went to tax court, and she was able to write them off. Now, if you got a B cup and went to maybe a C cup, maybe got a little bit of augmentation, maybe not. You might be able to get away with it, but you might have to go to court for it. However, if it's if you go from, let's say, a C to a double D or E or F, then yeah, more than likely you'll have a great opportunity to write it off without any problems.
If you're in front of the camera, real question, you're broadcasting, you're a news anchor, and you go from a A to a C, and your clothes and all your stuff that you have to buy.
Just don't be mad when your general manager wants to speak to you about that, and then because then if that'd be a sexual harassment charge if the general manager was like, "Hey, we need your breasts to get bigger."
Well, I'm already in the middle of the alphabet, so I'm not trying to go higher with my breasts. But I want to know if I got a breast for just like a tune-up, like a little lift to help my personal appearance on the show. Could I claim that on my taxes? Can I fix that on my taxes?
I wouldn't, because it needs to be clearly for entertainment purposes.
Can you? No. Wait, ladies. Whoa.
Here's the thing. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
No, I just want to say this. This is amazing. Because if I were to have told y'all that I need y'all to do this with your breasts, I'd catch a sexual harassment charge. No, you don't get extra money because y'all got some breast stuff done and y'all on the show. Because no. You don't get anything extra because your titties look better.
But it might make the ratings go up.
Yeah.
That's
if
on
they
you.
Set up a little bit higher.
But the strippers get it. The stripper can get it.
Yes, because their whole job is their titties. Your job is I thought your job was your brain. That's what I thought.
And now people ain't looking at us because our brain.
Oh, I thought it was your personality, your talent. My bad. I thought that's what it was.
Okay, what about the lace fronts and the lashes and all of that and the makeup, the MAC makeup, Kamari?
Oh God, I can't.
So if it's a pure-fledged production for the stripper, yes. For some of the
broadcasters, not so much. What? Which I don't understand that. I don't understand that because physical appearances still matter when you're talking about broadcasting, whether it's on the news or whether it's on a radio station. So why can the stripper or the exotic entertainer, why can she write off the stuff, but
I can't?
Because that's specifically for her entertainment.
Kamar, you think I wear these lashes all day? You think sometimes I want to take my wig off and be like,
no. See, there's a key word. You said sometimes do you think I feel like taking it off?
So is it in the wording?
No,
is it in the wording?
Do you think that we wear this all day?
Can y'all let the expert talk to y'all? Y'all full of shit, both of y'all. Please.
Listen, Mike, come on. You used to this. This is like a relationship. I get it.
No.
It's like a relationship, man. It's all good.
Explain Explain to them why a stripper getting lashes and hair.
So the stripper is putting it on specifically for the dance. You're putting it on. Wait, let me finish. Then you can retort. Then you can put it on. You put it on just for every day, all day. So here's the difference. If you're putting it on just for the show, and that's all you wear, and you can show that it's just for the show, you have a chance of doing it. But most people don't do that.
No,
that's why.
It's not for the show because y'all have done this show without it.
No,
because wait a minute.
Both have done this show without it.
Okay, when you came over here Thursday, did I look like this?
When I what?
When you came over here Thursday, did I look like this?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
I woke up like this.
Hold on. But you've done the show not looking like that too.
Yeah, but then when we
So what's the standard?
Because my thing is you don't have to wear that to do the show. Strippers have to.
The last 3 months I've been doing this.
But you don't have. It's not a requirement.
Ain't nobody getting up watching us looking like we roll out of the bed.
Come on now, you woke up like this.
But nah, that ain't fair. Cause we spend money. We buy these wigs, we buy these lashes, this makeup and stuff to get on this show.
Oh God.
And you know, y'all some eye candy.
Y'all always
don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger.
I just want to make sure that when I go to file my taxes and I go to start doing these exemptions, that I'm not toting the line to where I am going to raise a red flag and get audited, because that's no fun. I've been audited and I want to avoid that. So that's why I'm asking these important questions, because these are, there's a lot of people out there who are in entertainment and don't know what is, write offable and what's not.
But let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question, Mel. How are you keeping track of what you spend? How do you know you want to be able to write it off? Ooh. How do you know the amount to write off?
That's what I would like to know. That's something that I do want to know. How do I know? Of course, I use my card for everything. I'm normally ordering things off a line. So
your personal card or your business card?
So therein lies one of the issues, because I do have a PayPal business account. But I don't use that for all of my purchases, which I said I want to do better in 2022. I want to have a designated account that all business expenses come out of. But how do you separate, when you're talking about makeup, you're talking about hair and things like that, clothing, how do you separate what you use specifically for the show versus, what you use for your everyday life?
If it's for the show, then you'll be buying it out of your business account. You would only be using it for business. It would be not used in your personal life. So
it's not something I can get reimbursed for.
Well, you're in a business. There is no reimbursement.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, there is, but at different levels. It's at a different level. So your beginning level, there's no reimbursement. It's just your money. Your money out of pocket. So that becomes, if we want to go that route, let's just say you do a stage performance 5 nights out of the week, right? Mm-hmm. And you buy your hair and you buy your nails, and it's clearly just for that stage performance. Mm-hmm. You can write that off. Okay. Because it's for business, it's for the production.
All right, how about this? How about our internet and what she pays for Shawnee and Mo and me? And everything that our data plan, everything like that, our laptop situation, our cable situation that we're doing it for the show, can we write that off?
The portion that you're using for business, what I find, those people intertwine their business and their personal with those data plans.
So what if I just had internet service? I don't have
for your business?
Yeah, and I use it 4 hours a day, but then everything else, the rest of the time, no. But the rest of the time, I'm researching stories. Yeah, I'm researching stories. And
again, you can write it off. I was just being clear that it's supposedly only the portion that's for business. So that's why I made that distinction. But yes, you can write that off, at least a portion of it that you're using for business. Yeah, so let's say your internet bill is $100. Well, we know you're on there surfing, looking at porn sites and such, looking at the strippers.
Hey, I stopped that a long time ago.
But
who don't look at porn?
And let's say the porn's not for research for the show, right? Because you could go that angle too. It's research for jokes.
It has to be.
Right, it has to be. So then, you can write it off. But if it's not, a part of it is, personal, you want to make sure you write off the personal part.
Yeah,
So
okay,
if it's $100, you only want to write off 50.
So you can do percentages then.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
but y'all
But,
trying to write off your
like,
lashes and your hair. Are y'all?
well, yeah, but that's for the show. When I get
That's-
off of here, I'm gonna take the hair off and the lashes off and unwrap my hair and walk around.
You're going to be fly all day.
Nobody
Mike,
believes. Nobody
Mike,
believes.
Mike knows. But okay, so with the internet thing, so I have internet in my home. That's for me, for the girls. But I have a business account with T-Mobile, and I got the big hotspot that I use. So
What's the big hotspot, girl? What are you talking about? So you want to tell?
I'm not touching that.
Let me not joke. Because
not
then
touching
if I
You
joke,
go on HR. You go on HR.
comments would be like, Mike, Shawn, Stacey should be mad. My bad. No,
Go
I
straight to HR.
was joking.
the big hotspot, it's not like the regular hotspot. It's the I can't remember the name of it. I can write that whole thing off because it's just for like I ought to be on it right now instead of on my AT&T. But so my business bill from T-Mobile, I can write that off.
Absolutely.
And that's that. Even though
100%.
That worked out.
100%.
We ain't talking about your hair, God damn it. That
but you
worked out.
think about that, strippers walk around dressed like that all day long. So you telling me they working all day? They have on lashes. I ain't never seen no.
Girl,
When they off, they are in sweatpants and sneakers.
Yes, they are.
No,
Not all of
them
them.
at the mall. They
lot of them are.
on it. They be popping. They be looking good. They
But
have
we
their hair
know,
done,
but
their nails done.
But Shawnee is like me getting on stage at a comedy show.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever
That's
I
your
wear.
outfit. That's your
yes, but even though
costume.
but I bought it to get on stage. When I get off stage and I still have it on, I ain't gonna get naked once I get on. Like they deserve to be able to have that deductible. Like all the stuff that they do, them shoes ain't no regular shoes. Ain't no stripper wearing those shoes that they wear on stage at the mall.
Shoot.
And that perfume ain't no regular mall perfume.
Well, what kind of perfume is it? What kind of perfume they got?
It's called permanent.
With the glitter in it.
Not the glitter.
Glitter in it. It's got that glitter.
Not with the glitter.
It's called advertising. So they advertise all day.
Yeah, but
well, I was going to say, perfect example, right? This shirt right here has a tax write-off. Philly tax team. If I just had a regular polo shirt, that's not a tax write-off.
Well, ain't nobody putting the logo on all their clothes.
I will.
Shout out for your business because that's
shout out to all my exotic dancers. Shawnee's trying to downgrade you. We know the work that
I don't think that's the downgrade.
Y'all gotta work in there. Y'all gotta work in there with a bunch of disgusting, unattractive dudes, and y'all walk in there with your bag, and y'all change your clothes, and y'all have like 3 outfits. Well, some of y'all
and radio personalities are ridiculed. We are subjected to unwanted comments and DMs every day. So
isn't that all good looking women? I mean, radio personalities, people that are in the public get more of it.
I think yes, absolutely.
Wait, whoa. Ridicule.
Yes.
Ain't nothing more. There's no job that I've ever seen be ridiculed more than strippers. Like strippers get disrespected. Like we all think Drake is over there dropping $1 million on chicks. I've seen chicks get mugged in their face at the strip club, and there's no human resource. I've seen chicks get beer thrown on them, champagne thrown on them. I've seen chicks get smacked in the back of the head. There's no human resource.
We get the same thing in radio.
All right,
I've been robbed and mugged because they ain't pay me what I was worth. I couldn't get the promotion. That's the same thing.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same.
Well, listen, sex workers outside of strippers probably go a level lower, Mike.
Talk about sex workers.
Yeah. No, strippers got like everybody makes strippers look.
I ain't
glamorous.
mad at the sex workers though because that makes sense. It's like I
think that should be untaxed income because I feel like that is something you're not taxing my coochie. I think that should be
what should be untaxed.
Income.
What?
The coochie tax.
I don't think that there should be a coochie tax for sex workers. Like
if you wanted to be, whoa. If you wanted to be
coochie tax, somebody trademark that, please.
If you want, Hold on. If you want it to be legal, like in Las Vegas, yes, your coochie has to be taxed. Or if you want to do it where your coochie's untaxed, then you can go to jail when you get caught.
Which goes back to, as long as the government getting they cut, they don't care what you do. That's what that spells for me.
I don't understand that. Why is that a crime for a woman to if she want to give her body up for some money? Why she got to go to jail?
Because y'all spread diseases, and if it's not regulated,
well, let's not say it like that.
Nah, because this woman out here who ain't sex workers who spreading diseases.
Vaginas. If you're gonna make it a job, if you're gonna make it that you make money off of it, you got to be liable. You got to be liable for your product.
But aren't you liable for the product when you're giving it out
Can I finish? If Wendy's is selling burgers and people getting sick off the burgers, lawsuits have to come. So if the vagina you're giving is giving out some diseases, then lawsuits have to come. That means you got to be regulated like in Vegas, and you got to be tested like in Vegas, and you got to be tested for STDs. So you just can't give the coochie out and make money if you're not going to be liable for the burning sensation that you leaving people with.
But don't people?
I thought they did that.
No,
the prostitutes don't do that. They don't get tested
in Vegas. I'm saying if you want it legal all over the place, then you have to regulate the same thing in Vegas. So in Philly, if you want to sell the coochie for $25, if you got $25 worth of
coochie for $25,
I paid less. Listen, so $25.
Well, damn, we know somebody burning.
How about this? How about I'll give you one better.
He was up on her coochie taxes.
Hold on, I'll give you one better. At least she got $25. They're chicks that I met that I never gave a penny to that we were dating.
Right. So therein lies what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying.
But if you put it for sale and you want to make a business out of it, guess what? You got to be responsible for everything that goes on with that.
I don't think it's about a responsibility. I think that the government just says, unless we getting our cut, it ain't legal.
Mo, but if you
I don't think it's a safety issue.
Hold on. But let's talk about this, because a couple of weeks ago, like all of a sudden the internet discovered that illegal activity is taxable. It's always been taxable, right? Go back to Al Capone, various other kingpins that went to jail. A lot of times they go to jail for racketeering charges, which include tax evasion. So Al Capone didn't go to jail for murder. He went to jail for tax evasion.
Right.
So it's illegal activity. The government wants everything. Income is income. That's the statute.
Right.
Sequisa, the comment I meant was I paid less in a relationship because I wasn't paying nothing, and I never literally
paid more,
and I never ever paid a girl $25. I'm saying you have to, if you're gonna make your coochie a business, you have to be responsible. Like y'all always think y'all coochies are like higher than all types of values of everything in the world. If you want your coochie to be a business, get an LLC and understand that you got to be responsible for your coochie activities.
Coochie LLC.
Mo's Coochie LLC.
Yes.
So does that rule go for male gigolos too? That sell the peen?
Michael Shawn's Peen LLC. Like what?
But if you want to make it
legal, this is legal, Peen. What?
How about this? If I put it in, if I'm a business, right? If I'm a business, and then I put it in your butt, and you didn't agree to it, and you ain't agreed to it, guess what? I'm catching a lawsuit. Because once you turn,
I don't think you need it to be an LLC for it to turn into a lawsuit, Mike.
No, but once.
But did you get a waiver first, though? You got to get the waiver.
Exactly.
To put it in your butt waiver.
It's real. Yes.
Kamari, I'm going to need for you not to indulge.
Listen, it's Monday morning. It's tax season. Y'all have to understand. This is my relief for the week right here. So yes, I can get down with the shenanigans.
But you definitely struck something. I think that all people who have any type of business need to start practicing, which is stop spending your regular money or commingling your regular money with your profits and your business money. And that's something that I have always done, which probably is illegal. And I'm gonna definitely make a conscious effort to not do that in 2022. So I thank you for that.
Those are good points too, because like, okay, so for the sex workers and the strip, okay, so the strippers get cash, so they can't really, the government can't keep up with that, right?
Why
They
can't
don't.
they?
They don't.
Why
How
can't
can
they?
you keep up
They
with
can
what a
guess. They
stripper
can
make?
estimate, right? They can estimate
Yes.
or approximate
Yes.
rather.
So here's a story, right? I don't know. I think Mo, you've been in Philly or from Philly. Mike's up here. Shawn, you're in Texas. There is a famous quote unquote sandwich shop, steakhouse here in Philly that's in trouble right now for having two sets of books. One with the cash, one without. Tony Luke's is being charged right now for tax evasion because
Ooh.
they did not report their cash. The IRS is not stupid, people. They're not stupid. Just a little secret. They are not stupid.
So the
So
IRS chasing down strippers?
listen, if you high profile enough, anybody can get chased down by the alphabet
IRS
boys.
chasing, yeah. IRS taking down people making a certain amount of money. God damn it.
I mean, we
But,
saw what
I
happened with
mean-
PPP funds, right?
I guess what I'm saying. Oh, and I got my PP loan forgiven. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yes.
So look at that. Look at that. You got some government money. You got your own reparations. Look at that.
I mean,
Won't
well,
he do
I
it?
keep my books too, because even like with the Cash App, I take payments Cash App, and I think, but I always turn it in. I print them all off, and I turn them in because I count that because that's part of my income. I need them to know
And
how
guess
much I
what? When
made.
you do that, it'll help you get things like loans, whether it's for a mortgage or a business, because then you can prove over time that you've got this trend and you make this amount of money. So you're not just this fly by night business. It's funny, right? Bringing up PPP. Everybody was saying black folks, they ain't got no money for black folks. Yeah, they did. Your books was just jacked up. You just getting reported. So a lot of times we wanna play the race card where it ain't the race card, it's you. You ain't do what you needed to do. You don't have the proper structure and foundation set up.
Is it too early to call you to start the tax process? Like, is it too early or is it ever too early?
No, it's not too early. Actually, I just let all my clients know that I was going up on prices. So I let them know, put a deposit in on losing last year's prices because I'm not upgrading to this year's prices for them, those who lock in now. So now it's never too late.
One
last year's
not
prices
yesterday's
ain't
prices.
this year's prices.
one
Listen,
still learning.
inflation is going up. Inflation is going up.
One
It
still
is.
learning on IG wants to know how did you
that's the
select
homie.
how did you select your bookkeeper?
How do y'all select?
How do I select my bookkeeper? Well, I had this lady for years, but I think she's older, and I think she might be.
Got to sell a vagina.
No, I think she might be going
There's a market for
through
that.
dementia or something.
Oh,
So,
Jesus, that's even worse. Why you just should have ran?
yeah,
God
because
bless
she's
her
older.
soul.
She's
God bless
older.
her.
So last year I had to use H&R Block, but
So
I
you had a golden girl doing your taxes?
Yeah, but she kept me right, like, because I had people to be like, I'll hook you up, and I'm like, I don't want no hookup. I need it done right.
The hookup is the cap up.
Just
Right.
do it right. Just do it
All
right.
right. Jacqueline said, "What's your opinion? Advice on opening a Charles Schwab brokerage account?" Even
I like Schwab.
Schwab's
cool.
I was thinking about doing that too.
Yeah, you can do Schwab. You can do, I think Schwab brought TD Ameritrade, E-Trade. I think somebody brought them too. But you can do any of them. I mean, even some of the ones that are on your phone, the apps that are on your phone are good too.
Now I was looking yesterday because I was doing the math trying to figure out, okay, if I want to save $1 million or have $1 million in the bank by the time I'm 65 or whatnot, what I would need
You're
to
25, so we got 40 years. You like that? Was that smooth enough?
do. That was real smooth.
Okay.
And it was talking about the difference of, if you start in your 20s versus your 30s versus your 40s, how much you would need to invest monthly and the percentage in return. And I'm like, what accounts out here are giving 3 to 6% yield back per month?
I just did a video on that. You got to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Mo.
Okay, we'll subscribe.
Yeah, so subscribe to the Finance Rebel YouTube channel. But I'll give you a quick one right here. I-bonds are paying 7% right now. So if you remember the old school, these are the old school government bonds. They're super safe.
How do you get them?
They're backed by the government. If you go to treasurydirect.gov, they're paying 7.1% right now.
Oh wow!
And how much do you have to actually invest in it? Like how much?
$25.
What?
But in your case, Mike, say you want to have $1 million by the time you're 68, right?
Right.
You would literally have to invest almost like $3,100 to $3,200 a month with a 6 to 7% yield in order to meet that $1 million mark by the time you in 20 years.
What's the website again?
But
So
the
how do you?
Treasury direct.
I'll put it in the chat for you.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, you got to take advantage of that now. The rates got marked up because of inflation. So since inflation has ticked up, they adjust their interest rates up.
So if I just put $1,000 in that, what you just said, then I just keep it there and just let it sit there till when?
However long you want. They last for about 30 years. But so you can buy I-bonds, and after a year you can redeem them without any penalty. Even if you do need to get the money, it's only a 3-month interest penalty. There's no principal penalty. And so let's say you're there for a year, you wanted to pull them out, so you're only getting, what is that, 9 months. No, that's wrong. 10 months.
It is. No.
9 months. Okay. Right, 9 months. So you're getting 9 months of interest.
Wow.
All right. So it's still better than nothing. The banks right now, I just looked at the interest rates, they're paying 0.5%. Savings accounts right now are paying 0.5%. So I get it.
When I signed up for ING Direct before they brought out by Capital One, I think I started at like 1.3 or 1.5, and it would just fluctuate a little bit. Now it's down to less than 0.5% yield.
Yep.
So I'm looking to what's the best way, or what's the best bang for my buck, so to speak, in terms of where I'm holding my money, or where I'm holding money that I don't want to touch right now.
All right,
or don't plan to touch.
If anybody has a question on IG, put the question up there real quick. Don't make it super detailed. Just keep it direct and to the point. I don't feel like reading the shit. Listen, just keep it direct. If anybody wants to put a question on YouTube or whatever, Twitch or ever, just put a question up there and try to make that happen. This man right here is going to be somebody that I'm going to go to in Philadelphia, South Jersey, in the area. I'm going there to make, there's not a person that has dealt with this man that isn't satisfied in real life. Like there's not a, okay. The people I know. Okay.
There are some folks that will bring me a bag of receipts, and I'm like, I can't do that for free. And so they put me on their S list. They put me on their shit list.
Whoa. What, you wouldn't be dope if you were doing it for free. Like I'm paying you.
I get
like
that.
I know them. Like you're like, this is what I gotta. This is what you got to pay, Mike. And I'm like, yeah, this is what I got to pay to make sure that I'm secure in my situation. So
but everybody wants to hook up, and if you don't give them the hookup, you get put on the shit list.
Yeah, but then if you get the hookup, you know what happens. You want to go to jail like Wesley Snipes. What is your?
And I just need to stay out of jail.
Hold up, there's a question. What is your view on crypto and the government tax? Wow, that's a direct.
So crypto is here to stay. Every crypto isn't the same. Right, I am actually more of a fan of blockchain, which is the technology that crypto runs on, than crypto itself. But if we're speaking crypto, Bitcoin's going to be here. It's the biggest one. I believe Ethereum's going to be here for quite some time. It's still evolving. I mean, when you look at NFTs and everything else is going to happen through crypto and blockchain, I think we are in for a new revolution. Now, I do get coined the Bitcoin hater though. So gotta give you this. If you don't have no savings, I don't think you should be worrying about Bitcoin. And that's not for you specifically, I'm speaking generally, but I get a lot of people that see the hype in Bitcoin, see the hype in everything else, everybody's talking about it, and they want to just run and jump it and get on it. So I don't encourage that at all.
I have this one question. People always get intimidated if they can only do a little bit of like Bitcoin or whatever. And in my mind, I'm like, at least you started. You know what I'm saying?
No. Listen, that's the best way to go, in my opinion, for just your average everyday people. Whether it's stock, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Ethereum, you can literally start buying these things with $1. So a lot of us go buy coffee in the morning. I brewed mine at home today.
Right.
And so instead of going to buy coffee, take that $4, that $5, and buy an investment. If you do that 4 or 5 days out of the week, that's $20. So just take $20 every week and just start your investment portfolio. So I I actually talk about that a lot. I actually will invest money publicly in small amounts just to show how easy it is, because you'd be surprised at how many people are afraid to invest. So Ford stock is one I talk about a lot. This is not investment advice. This is for entertainment, educational purposes only. But I showed, yeah, I got to get that in there because people like to sue. But I showed how I started investing $20 in Ford when it was like $7. Now it's like $24. So, it doesn't take a lot of money. Remember this phrase: small hinges swing big doors. Small hinges swing big doors. So if you just take a little bit and put it to work, you can turn it into a lot over time.
I got a question.
Go ahead, Shawnee. Let me just ask it, then go to your question. If I come to you and get my taxes done, I can get all this other advice also.
Typically, yes, but I'm actually going to start charging for that too.
Oh, God damn it!
Why didn't we let you before you started? Listen.
I know, yesterday's price. Listen, here's the thing. The thing. I'm an investment, and I'm going to invest in you. So if I'm going to invest in you, you want to in turn invest in me.
Okay. So with the FTPs, my daughter, or what they call NTF, what do they call
NFTs?
Things. Yes. Okay, so my daughter, we have her account and everything set up, and she created like 3 of them. So if somebody buys hers, or I can't remember, somebody started bidding on it or what. But if they buy it, she's only 13. Does she have to pay taxes on it?
Yes.
How? I have to put her on mine?
No. So sometimes, yes, you have to put on hers. But listen, the government don't care about age. You could be a newborn coming out. If you're making bread, you're making bread. And if you're making bread, you got to pay taxes. So
we just got to keep up with what she's making and doing. And so does she file a 1040? What she file?
It's a 1040. But sometimes they get to go on the parents' tax return as well. But it all depends. Every situation is different.
But would it be separate? So if I put her on mine, is that my income? Does that count as my income too?
Yes and no. So it depends. So let's say you got some money in an investment account for her. They have this thing called the kitty tax. So when you have, I can't think of the number, if you have a certain amount of money over a certain level, you got to report that on your income. If your child has earned income, let's say they're a model, let's say they sold some works of art, they have to file their own tax return.
Okay. Did y'all read Dave?
Not yet. Question. I'm looking to partnership with somebody, but someone is procrastinating while I'm getting it together. Do you feel I should part ways and do it myself?
Hey, Lady Q.
Give me a little bit more, Dave. Give me a little bit more. Give me a little bit more. Because that's sometimes it makes sense to go slow. Sometimes I will intentionally go slow on a thing where I feel that everybody doesn't have an understanding. Because the quickest thing that'll break up a business is lack of communication. It's not money. It's not thievery. It's not theft. It's lack of communication. Just like a divorce. Everybody talks about divorce money being the biggest issue in divorce. I disagree with that. I say it's lack of communication because they're not communicating about their money issues. So there's a breakdown there. But
I just think that the vagina dried up. Honestly,
or the eggplant stopped working. The eggplant stopped working.
Unbelievable.
We are equal opportunity bashers this morning.
Unbelievable. Thank you. Unbelievable.
I think she got selfish.
Unbelievable.
That happens.
That happens. Y'all just be thinking that's the only vagina in the world. All right, listen. What are the one things? What are deductibles that people, average person, they don't own a business. All they just regular people like us work, have 2 kids. What are deductibles that they miss?
There's a lot now. So everybody can write off charitable contributions now. Before you could only do it when you were doing what's called itemized deductions, but now you can write off $300 or $600, and you don't have to do what's called itemized deductions. I don't want to go into that because it's so technical, dry, and boring. But everybody can do that now.
So charitable contributions, like actually you can put that, like it doesn't matter how much, like you said 600.
Yes, it's $300 and they just adjusted it up. I'm trying to remember if it's this year or next year, but I believe they raised it up to $600. But I'll say this, it needs to be a qualified 501c. So what does that mean? That's a portion of the tax code that regulates nonprofit. So it can't be given to Ray or Trina or Tamika or Diamond at the strip club. Please don't try to donate to the strip club. That's not a charitable contribution.
How about if you got Cash App? If you got Cash App receipts that you sent Trina a lot of money, like if you have, still no.
For charitable contribution, no.
I mean, just saving her life, like no. Okay.
I mean, you could say she's an independent contractor and try to write it off. You can try. But you know what? Strike that. I'll take that back. Because then somebody's going to say, I'm encouraging tax evasion. That was a joke. That was purely for entertainment purposes only, y'all.
So let me ask you something about my stocks. So they went up. So, okay, I didn't take it out last year. But if I take out my gains this year, like now, this is 2022, that'll count for next year's taxes, right?
Yes, but don't take it out. Leave it in.
But why not?
That's what I be telling these chicks. I be telling these chicks, don't take it out, leave it in. I be trying to. It's a joke, y'all. Joke before y'all put the comments on.
But why not? I mean, because
listen,
like,
when you leave
it feels
it in,
good. That's why.
Well, it does feel good, right? And when you leave it in, it multiplies.
But like now, like if I would have took it out last year, then because it had went up so high, it was like almost 300%. I checked it last night, and now it's down.
Yeah, but what's your investment strategy?
Yeah, you kept that in too long. If it went down, then you kept that in too long.
Yeah,
all jokes aside, what's your investment strategy? What did you buy it for? One of the most important things to think about when we're talking about investments is a time horizon. When will you need the money? What are you investing the money for? Most people just buy stuff just to buy it. There's no purpose for it. There's no need for it. They just say, I just want to make some money. And that's cool, and I get it, but if you really want to get into the power of investing, understand your time frames. For example, so to give you more of an example, right? Mo, you were just talking about if you invested in your 20s. Right. You have the power of time on your side if you invest in your 20s, because compound interest is one of the 8 wonders of the world. If you put $1,000,
who are not, like for those who are new to the table, who they got that second job going and they're in their 30s and 40s.
Shout out to Radio Kyle on here. Go ahead.
How do they get the best thing for theirs?
Let me finish on the first one, then I'll get to that one too. So if you're 22 years old, you're starting out at a job. Let's say you're working and you're able to put aside $1,000, and let's just keep it simple. I'm not going to do any tax advantage accounts. That $1,000, let's say you make 10% on it. That $1,000 is now $1,100. This year you make another 10%. So now that $1,000 is now worth, what is it, $1,220. Every year it keeps adding on. So if you keep making 10%,
it's crazy, yeah.
Right. So quick story. Ben Franklin, when he died, he put aside $1,000 for Philadelphia and $1,000 for Boston. True story. Years later, because he died in like 17, 18 something. 100 years later, that money was worth over $1 billion. Just because of compound interest.
Who got that?
Ben Franklin.
No, but who got it? Like he left it, but who got it?
So he left it to the cities. The cities got it.
Wow.
Boston and Philly got that. Wow.
Yeah. True story. Google it. My numbers might be a little bit off, but the sentiment is the same. And then Shining for you. Listen, it's never too late to start. So you can start in your 30s, you can start in your 40s. It's never too late to start. But just when you're younger, you can put in so much less and get way more bang for your buck than you have to when you're 30 and 40. So, it just all depends. But the principles are the principles. The math is the math, and the maths very well.
Financial Rebel is so the truth. Go at that at Financial Rebel, and you do your Instagram okay now, or are you still back in it?
Yeah, my Instagram was fine. I just took down my business account, and so I gave up on it. I'm not even trying to.
And we still don't know why that happened.
Nope, they won't even respond to my email, and so I just
Because
gave
you were
up.
teaching financial wealth to Black and brown people.
No, I'm not gonna go that route. I'm gonna just say that you know it
You
got
didn't
messed
have
up
to.
somehow.
I did.
All right, thank you, thank you. But there's a lot of people out there doing good work, teaching and talking about real things. There's a lot of scammers out there too, but there's a lot of good ones out there
Is
too.
there a phone number? You don't ever give out a phone number. Is there a phone number for people to get? I know we always got the email, and if you don't want to, it's fine. No,
No, you can call me. You can call. You're not gonna get me, but you can call me. It's 484. 484-482-0823. 484-482-0823. You can leave a message for me, and I will definitely be sure to call you right back.
and every entertainment person in Philly, like I know he said there were some people who got beef with him because he doesn't do it for free. I know
joking.
comedians, I know radio personalities. Every single person who works with this man is satisfied and never goes to anyone else. So I'm just telling you that for real, for real. And this will be my first season actually rocking with him, and I can't wait to do it. But listen, people, get at him. Like, why you giggle? What was that? Why you giggle?
I was reading the comments.
Oh, okay. Of course, sitting in your 50s to start. Amir, whatever.
Can you start in your 50s?
Yeah,
But that's a good question.
You
That's a good question.
You can.
Listen, I was at a birthday party with 60 and 70-year-olds, and they're asking me about NFTs. The want to make money never goes away. It never dies. And so, listen, you could always put it to good use. You could always channel that energy to good use. So, yes, you can make money in your 50s. You can make money in your 60s. But here's the thing. A lot of us buy dumb shit. Christmas just came. A lot of us brought a lot of dumb toys that our kids buy, or we buy for our kids and we use it for 5 days and they don't use it.
Well, what
Buy
I
them
asked from
something that's going to last forever. Buy them some stock for birthdays and holidays. I got a great text. I got a text community. And one somebody came me back and they said, Kamar, you helped me start to develop wealth for my grandkids. I started buying them stock based on your recommendation. And I just started with a little bit. Now we got several thousands of dollars in stock. And I think their grandkids are under 5 years old. So just imagine what's going to happen if you just take an extra $100 from that Christmas budget. And you buy stock for it every year. What's going to happen? That's going to build up.
Whenever my son gets, because he has his own Cash App, so whenever he gets money in his Cash App, a percentage of that goes to, I'll let him figure out which stock he wants to throw money at. And so he's able to actually see in real time every day what he's lost. So he doesn't get it quite yet. But when he sees that he's up, he's like, Mom, I made this. And then when he's down, he's like, what? This is robbery. And I'm like, but do you want, but I let him have the decision of whether he wants to hold his money there or do you want to take it out, son? He'd be like,
so what questions, how are you guiding his investment decision?
So I'm also
how old is he?
My son just turned 13.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I love it.
He just turned 13. He's on the spectrum. So like I said, at a baseline level is what I try to explain money concepts to him. He knows when he's up and he knows when he's down. But I do try to explain an age appropriate way of why he should hold. But I'll leave it up to him of whether or not he wants to take the risk of making more money and growing his money, as I put it to him, or do you want to take it out and spend it?
I'm going to say this though, because you brought it up. Just because he's on a spectrum doesn't mean he's handicapped, especially when it comes to
No.
Hold on. Hear me out. There are people who are on the spectrum who made billions of dollars, and they turn their ability, because they actually have a different ability that a lot of us don't have. When they get locked in, they're in. And once they figure out what they're interested in, like there's a guy by the name of Michael Burry who predicted the last stock crash in 2008. He's on the spectrum, but he's also a doctor, but he gets laser focused.
But that's his gift. Yeah, that's his gift.
And so if he can get laser focused on it, he could have a superpower that exceeds all of us.
So my son, full transparency, he's like, math hates me. So the numbers thing, that's not his gift. But however, I'm trying to train him to understand that, hey, this is something that's important. No, money doesn't just fall out the sky, and it doesn't just magically appear on that card that you see everybody swipe. So in the basic form, in the age appropriate way for him to understand, I'll say, do you want your money to grow? You want to see it grow? You want to see it go up? Or, do you want to take it out and spend it?
Here's a secret, though. Money isn't about, it's about math at its very surface level, but it's not really about money. That's maybe 10% of the whole pie. The other 90% is understanding, when we're talking about stocks, understanding the story of the company, how they make money, where do they make money at, how do they reproduce and replicate that growth over and over and over again. So it's more about a story than it is about the numbers. So just keep that in mind.
All right, y'all. Let's take a break. You want to hang out? Financial Rebel?
No, I got to get to work. I got to get to work.
Oh, you got a
so
job
I appreciate
and shit?
y'all.
Well, I will be seeing you.
I hope so. I like coming here with y'all every Monday.
Yes. I always learn something new every time you come in.
At Financial Rebel, make sure you go to the IG page, tap the link, and understand if you want your taxes done correctly, and if you want some extra advice on what you can do financially, go to this man. He's guaranteed. Financial Rebel, I was going to ask you a few other questions about.
You went out. What's the questions?
His mic went out. You're muted.
Put it back in, Mike.
Hurry up. It's going down by the second. Let's go.
I have no more. My questions had nothing to do with finances. Had nothing. It was just a bunch of guy shit. But I'm not.
Come on, give me one. Give me one real quick.
Is Klay Thompson really going to be that dope for the Golden State Warriors?
Maybe. Because Klay's dope in general, but maybe.
If you had $1,000, would you bet that there's a chance that the Eagles could beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
After that ass whooping yesterday,
they just lost, didn't they? Yeah.
Well, that don't mean they're going to continue to lose.
That didn't even matter because then nobody cared.
Everybody's got COVID too.
Yeah, so. They were already in the playoffs. If you had $1,000, would you bet that they could beat Tampa Bay?
So I don't really bet on sports, so I would say no.
I'm a New York Giant fan, and I don't know why I feel that the Eagles are going to fuck around and beat the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay.
EAGLES.
That's it. I had a few others. That's it. All right,
y'all.
Go do your thing. We'll see you next week.
You too, Kamari.
Later, y'all.
All right, y'all. We'll take a 3 minute, probably 3.5 minute break, and then I'll be back with the ladies, Michael Shawn and the ovaries. Takeover legend. Michael Shawn and the ovaries will continue right here. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? This is J. Marie Poetry, and the best part of my morning starts with Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Dirty words approved. Peace.
It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out. When did a 13-year-old become a essential 13?
If you can do it for 13,
Jay, shut 16, the fuck up.
18, 21. It's just certain like those.
Jay Black. Shawnee Scott is a single mom. Why would she have that pressure to do a 13-year-old motherfucking birthday?
Because she want her child to have something she couldn't have. She
want
her child to do better or have experiences that she didn't get the experience.
Jay Black, shut your corny ass up. Jay Black. Right. She is a struggling. She's a struggling. This woman is by herself.
And you can want to do for your kids.
Jay Black, are you going to help her, Jay?
That's if it
came
down to
help her.
If she said,
Jay Black, are you going to
Jay needs some money?
I wasn't bringing that up. I wasn't.
You sent a few $100. Cute.
Cute. What I'm saying is, if she was like, "Yo, I really want to do this for my child. I'm a little short. Why wouldn't I help a friend out?"
And how much you send, son? How much you send?
I don't care if it's $1, if it's $1,000. It don't really matter. If a friend needs help trying to do something special for their child and you can support and help them, go for it.
Dog, this is what kills me. They're 13. You're not supposed to. She's not supposed to go through what she's doing right now for a 13-year-old birthday party.
There's the person that rented out the whole hall, had the whole thing decked out, had the chair, the whole kit and caboodle.
Y'all don't get it.
You did it all,
dude. I was making a gang of money. Search Media Room 360 on all streaming platforms. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Yeah.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you
Baby,
laugh.
tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'ma tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Welcome to Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, the Ovary Show. Shawnee, you are killing these promos.
I'm outside the club too.
Oh, let me get you in the club.
Yes.
Oh man, I miss Jay Black making
Why?
me mad.
Why you put the tickets down? Put the tickets down.
Oh no, I'm gonna put them back up. Let me get you in here. I got tickets. It goes down this Thursday night, Arlington Improv. It's the Farewell for Now comedy show, the Laugh Out Loud comedy show, the last one that we're doing for a while. I don't know how long, but trust me, I'll be back. So make sure you get them 817-635-5555, or just tap the link in my bio. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. And tap. Shout out to Kelly J. And oh, what up, Claude? Oh, you know what? Did I talk about the fire that happened in New York? Okay. I hate this Debbie Downer. Yeah. Why is Debbie the Downer? Why? If I'm Debbie, I'm like, why did my name become Debbie the Downer? But this is a Debbie Downer in the Bronx, New York, in Tremont, yes. Tremont Avenue in New York, and Claudia is very familiar with that. They had a horrendous fire.
Yes,
a horrendous fire that killed 9 kids. I think 13 adults. And if you've ever been to those projects, and I know a lot of y'all watching will never understand the projects in New York City. They're basically a blueprint on projects all over. And I've had family members, Claudia, who have lived in there, and I spent many a night, had a great time. It's a death trap.
Yeah.
And there are no fire escapes because actually they're built too high. And they're so high that I guess they don't want to, I don't know what it is. But everybody said on the news, which killed me, they were like, well, the smoke detectors were working. Yeah, but there's no sprinkler systems. So what is the point of having something that high up and you have smoke detectors but no sprinkler systems? And to watch these poor people, actually talk about what they heard and knowing, and they were parents and they were adults that were like, we couldn't help anybody. Right. And we knew these kids and people in general were dying. I just want to send my prayers out to everybody, Tremont Avenue in the Bronx, New York. And God, it's always been my worst when I've been in these buildings and you go in the elevator and the elevator closes and the elevator has like a little cage on it. And when it closes, you're like, oh, like I always thought to myself, well, what happens if something happens while I'm in this elevator?
Yeah.
So our prayers go out to them. When you see firefighters actually crying and you see firefighters saying, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Your heart goes out to everybody like that. And to have people dying that you can't help, but you can hear their yells and you can hear people yelling out the window saying, help me. And there's nothing you can do. Something has to be done with these buildings in New York City and all across the country if you have the same type of situation.
I used to work for the Housing Authority in Philadelphia, and a lot of the high rises, they imploded and made into like the condo style townhomes. And part of that mission is because they are dangerous. Not to mention the the negative cognition to it, or the negative connection that people have towards project housing. But certainly the safety issues that come with those tall, high-rise buildings. They're death traps.
And yes, Bob Saget also died, comedian, also passed away. Yeah. I just hope, like, in New York City, we can just, if you're not going to change anything, can you just make these places safer? I think New York can afford to make these places safer, where sprinkler systems are put in there and whatever. Look, I'm not smart enough to know how to make everything safer, but I'm just saying sprinkler system seems to be one thing that should be put out there. So tragic story. Bob Saget, comedian, Full House. He passed away.
Sidney Poitier.
Sidney Poitier passed away. Betty White passed away.
The guy from M2 May. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I almost messed up. I was gonna mess up the name too.
Yeah.
And just it goes on and on. We send our prayers to everybody who's missing somebody, who's had to deal with the loss of somebody that they love. And like my cousin put up there, 19 died, and it's just tragic. And hug your kids, hug your family members. And if you love somebody, tell them you love them and hug that person.
They aired some pictures, Mike, of people even just climbing out of the windows, just trying to get out of the building and holding on to like pipes, anything that they could, and just hanging out of the windows. I mean, I know that had to be a terrifying experience, and my heart does definitely go out to those who lost someone and those who survived, because definitely they're traumatized for life behind this.
And I don't even know how to say this. I guess everybody says I would like to pass away in my sleep, where I just go to sleep and I don't wake up. I just feel so horrible for people's last moments to be that terrifying, where you have that moment where you're like, I'm going to die now.
Yeah.
Either I'm going to jump out this window or I'm going to burn up. Just the same way we feel our heart break for everybody in 9/11 at the World Trade Center, where you have those last moments. Nobody deserves to have those last moments. I don't care how old you are. So Kathy Black says, Mo, they did the same thing in Baltimore, imploded them many, many years ago, mainly due to drug infestation. The Wire movie
depicts.
Why can't I say depicts? A lot of the story.
Depicts.
Yeah, depicts.
Yeah. But New York has probably one of the largest housing authorities in the states. But New York, more specifically, has had nothing but the highest amount of issues with HUD and their public housing. So I can go on and on about that, on a soapbox about that, but HUD shares the responsibility as well, which is the federal entity. It's not just on New York, but also on the federal side that puts these mandates in place to make sure that these buildings are supposed to be safe and operating safely, and they're not.
And Tasha said, Parkchester. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Parkchester, there's no way to escape if there's a fire. And it's so, like, when you walk in, if you start thinking you're like, how do we get out of here if something happens? And unfortunately, we've got thousands of people living in these situations that are like, there's no way out. There's one way in, there's one way out.
Right.
Projects are just that. My cousin Claude says there is no care or regard for those who live in them. Baltimore, Chicago projects have the same fire safety issues. And I only pray and hope that this tragedy lets New York City and all the big cities realize that they should do something just to make people safe. Or give them some type of way that maybe there's a way to get out of these situations. So.
And there are. If the government loosened up on the housing choice voucher program that they had, which was formerly a Section 8, if they give, if they loosen up and provide some of these larger cities, these families, especially the larger families, with these vouchers and send them out to be able to live in mixed neighborhood, mixed income neighborhoods, and make sure that they had a way outside of living in that project house. Certainly some of the stuff will be alleviated. So it's no secret. I'm not saying anything that this is a secret, but certainly there's some level of culpability and responsibility towards the government.
Oh, there's lawsuits that are sitting right there. It's just that people don't have the ability and financial means to actually put their lawyers to work.
That's because a lot of times they say, "Oh, we're going to relocate. We're going to relocate you." Which is code word for we're going to put you in another project nearby, and you're going to be in the same situation. So, yeah.
All right. So unfortunate. Our prayers once again go out to all the families going through what they're going through. All right. I got the Arlington Improv this Thursday night is going to go down the Farewell for Now tour, comedy show. And so let's get it. Mo, you got stories?
Yes, but are we doing allegedly this early?
Yeah, we're doing allegedly. I thought you were going to talk about this.
What was I going to talk about?
This right here.
Hello.
You're welcome. I didn't ask you to open the door. What do you mean I'm welcome?
I want to know if that's going to be me when I get older.
Hello.
You're welcome. I didn't ask you to open the door. What do you mean I'm welcome?
All right.
She kind of sound like you, Mo.
I ain't asked you to open the door for me. What you mean?
All right. I gotta get my energy up for this. All right. All right, y'all.
She had a point.
In a lot of ways in my life, I'm an asshole. In a lot of ways, I've done a lot of asshole things, right? But one thing that my mom taught me, my dad taught me, grandfather taught me, my uncle Mingo taught me. It's okay to be nice to people. It's okay to be nice. It's really okay to be nice. So I was brought up going on the 2 train. If you saw a woman with her baby carriage and she was going up the steps, as a man, don't care what she looks like. There's no reason why you're doing it. You help her. You help her bring the baby carriage up. If you see a woman struggling with something, you help them. So I've grown up like that. So when I open the door at a Quick Trip or 7-Eleven on the East Coast, the Wawa, and I open the door for you, all I want is a fucking thank you. That's all. That's all I want. I don't want a hug. I don't want a phone number. All I want is a thank you, because when my mom is struggling doing something at a grocery store or supermarket, or my dad is getting a cup of coffee, I would like you to hold the door open for them. You people who literally walk through when somebody holds a door open for you.
He said, shake my ass through this door. I ain't asked you to open a door for me.
And you know what's funny? And I'm gonna put this out there. When I hold the door open for guys, guys are the most, you know what, guys hit me with the, yo, good looking.
Right.
Appreciate that, homie. Oh, that is so nice. Like when a dude opens up, because you know how homophobic dudes are. Like dudes are always on some old, like, if I hold, he gonna play me. Dudes be like, yo, appreciate that, dog. Like, it don't even matter. It could be the most nerdy dude, the most hood dude, technically the most hood dude. It could be it don't matter the race. A guy be like, appreciate that. Got you. Y'all, not you and Shawnee, not you, Mo, not you, y'all too. All y'all bitches kill me when I open a door for you, and literally when you're far away, and I tell you, nah, slow down, don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it, because you know sometimes you feel the pressure,
the rush. Yes,
you're like, nah, good. Yeah. And then you walk by and don't say thank you. Oh,
that's rude. Now that is rude, because there's dialogue there. There's, that is rude.
And you standing there waiting for me to get there.
But she seemed like she just had it. She just got off the bus from the little free bus they give you at the nursing home to take you to get your little groceries. She seemed like she just got off that bus.
No, but he's right. He's like, you're welcome. Like if you've gone through all that,
I asked you to open that door for me.
She just sounded like she had it.
But this is why I'm not promoting this. This is why people get mugged in their face, because if she went through everything she went through that you just said, and the man opens the door for you, why can't you say thank you?
Yeah, that's simple. To say thank you.
Like,
but
play it again. Play the clip again real quick. So her shitty attitude. Oh, he was listening.
Hello.
You're welcome. I didn't ask you to open the door. What do you mean I'm welcome?
So why you walk through the goddamn door then?
Listen,
what are you?
I'm telling y'all, she just got off that damn senior citizens bus. She tired. She want to come and get her shit, and she wants to go back on that bus. I'm telling you, that's the attitude of an older person, a senior who just tired, not tired, but tired.
Tired.
You know what? It's okay when you pay for something. It's okay to tell the person that you paid, say thank you.
Yeah.
Like, why are people so like adamant with not saying thank you? Like just being nice, like thank you. Like if somebody, like it just kills me. Like, oh my God, oh.
It costs you nothing, but
I've noticed because I've lived in a couple places. But like down here in Texas, a lot of times they don't hold the door open. I've had dudes just drop the door on me, and I'm standing right there, and boom. But to what you said about New York, when I went up there with the girls, I remember they were still little bitty babies. Both of them were in the carriage. Whenever I got to the train, I ain't had no problem. Dudes were helping me take them down, helping me bring them up, helping me get in the train, and it wasn't no pressure. Just, hey, Ma, let me get that for you. Let me help you with that.
Hey,
it's an unspoken rule. It's like a.
But when it really burns my soul, when I go to the East Coast, right? I already know thank yous ain't coming too fast. Like, I already know off the door. Mm-hmm. Like, I already know I've reached the Philadelphia airport when I say thank you, and the person just, that was the silence I got, right? Mm-hmm. But when you out here in Texas and you get used to people saying thank you, because listen, crime happens in Texas, hood shit happens in Texas and down south, but there is a politeness that happens out here that I wasn't used to till I got out here. Like till I really got out here. That's when it hurts my feelings, because I feel like I got set up.
But I feel different. I felt like when I go up there, when I go to New York, New Jersey, to me they are more friendlier. They're quicker to help than they are here, because people here just sit there and watch you.
I think they heard your accent and they was trying to
struggle.
Yeah.
No, I hadn't said that. And most of the time when I go, I wear my hair curly, so they come up to me talking Spanish. And then the girls looking at them. But I remember one time we were going to some restaurant in Paulsboro for breakfast, and Tamron was just a little baby. She couldn't walk, and Carly kicked her shoes off in the middle of the street. Like, we walking across the street, and she just decided, I'm taking my shoes off and I'm walking barefoot. I'm in the middle of the street trying to pick his car is coming. I'm trying to pick her up. I'm trying to move fast. And the lady in the car was like, no, honey, I can't do y'all accent. No, honey, take your time. Do you need me to get out and help you with her? Then if I was over there on Keystone Pope, Mike, they would have ran off of me and my baby.
I mean, but I think we're generalizing. This conversation is only fun if we generalize. So I get what, but that is some country shit to kick your shoes.
She felt like she was at home.
My fiance does the same thing. My fiance is from Tennessee, and my fiance loves walking out with no shoe. I'm like, put some shoes on. That's some, but I get what you're saying. Okay, here's a prime example. When I came out here, I'd never called anybody ma'am in my life. Mm-hmm. I had never said ma'am, ever. But now, I like ma'am. I think it's respectful. I thought it was something nice, but then I messed up when I came back here and I called somebody ma'am at the Wawa, and she ain't take it. She took it as if I was calling her old.
Which is crazy. It's crazy because it's just a form of being polite. It's a salutation. It's a salutation. It's kind of goes hand in hand with the yes ma'am, no ma'am. I don't know why
ma'am could be a tough word too. Because if I'm talking to somebody and I say ma'am, that's just like me saying bitch.
Right. Y'all can. I grew up in Arkansas, so I get the difference between the two. I definitely get the difference between the two.
Or if I say sir, that's
sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this all started with somebody not saying thank you when I held the door open. And then we went to the East Coast and down south situation. This is what I will say about New York and the East Coast, Philly and Jersey. Everything is super aggressive. Mm. And even when you order food, it's super aggressive. Like, everything you do has to be aggressive. Even if you're being, it's just aggressive. Like, out here in Dallas, it's laid back. Like, if I order something, I'm not yelling when I'm ordering it. Like, that's what I had to realize when I came out here. If I want extra cheese on my sandwich, I don't have to yell. Like, the more you want in New York, the louder
he said he want extra cheese. I ain't put no extra cheese on it. It was only one slice.
But at least they greet you there. Like, they'll say, what's up, Ma? What you want? You go in the store here, they just look at you. They don't say nothing. They don't.
See, that's not my experience. Yeah, that's not my experience down south. It's not. That's not my experience. I know I'm home when folks ask me, what did you try this or did you try that? Like if I'm lost, I done had somebody say, well, give me a minute, baby. I'll drive you around there. And literally say, follow me.
I've had conversations with strangers, and the first time I ever had conversation with strangers was being in Dallas. Like I don't have conversations. Like I think Shawnee, you was about to get robbed and you ain't know it. I don't have.
I've never had a problem when I went. Even like if I was lost, when I couldn't figure the train out.
And when I was lost,
just asked somebody. I'm like, hey, how you get to here? Tell me. And they gave me the right direction.
Let me tell you the rules in New York City. The rules are if you lost, you don't ask nobody.
You don't ask nobody.
No guy. When was this that you were asking when you were doing this? How long ago was this?
In the well, that was in the late 90s.
Yeah, you're not
like
not now. Everybody on angles. Everybody on angles.
Told me that they were like, you shouldn't be asking that. Look, I don't know where I'm at, so I need to know how to.
You'll mess around, get stuck up. You mess around, get looking on the back block.
If you in a East Coast city and you have somebody for directions, they realize you don't know where the hell you at, which means you deserve to get robbed.
And you ain't from here. You were easy out. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that never happened. But they would always be like, say that again. Say that again. Say what you just said again. Like, say what you just said again.
No, that's funny because everybody thinks everybody's accent is so crazy. The real Roger says things can go wrong at Wawa. For those who don't know, I'm just saying Wawa. Yo, Wawa is amazing, right? Wawa
was my first tasty cake at the Wawa.
No, Wawa is amazing, but but we say that word Wawa like it's normal. Like for everybody else around watching, I know Wawa sounds crazy.
Wawa,
but Wawa is the most amazing place.
The sandwiches are always fresh,
and they pump your gas.
Well, yeah, in Jersey, it's against the law for you to pump your gas.
I got to the gas station, got out the car. And the dude was like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "I'm getting ready to pump my gas." And he's like,
"No, they get offended.
No, we do that.
It's against the law. Yeah,
you can't pump the gas out.
I can't pump my gas.
No."
Kelly J said, "I was just in New York and everyone helped me while I was there." Well, God bless New York.
Shout
out to New York. I'm
maybe
proud of my city.
Made everybody nicer.
I'm proud of my city.
Yeah.
Afro Wings too. I definitely had that culture shock too when I moved down south. Like when I'm telling you, when I moved out here, the politeness was amazing. It was amazing. Like I was like, wow, these people are really nice. Don't get it effed up. You can still get robbed out this bitch. Don't get it messed up. No, don't get it messed up. You can still get robbed. On the East Coast, keep it moving. Don't walk slow or let them know you are by yourself. Okay. These are the rules. These are some of the rules on the East Coast. And JP Justice, tell me if this is true. On the East Coast, keep it moving. Don't walk slow. And let them know you are by yourself. Never let anybody know if you can help it that you're by yourself.
Wow, I'd never had that problem. All the times I went,
that's why I don't take. That's why I hate. That's why I refuse to take the train late at night.
And don't stop for the guys who talk about yo, you like perfume? You wear them oils. You wear them oils, ma. Don't stop for them niggas. You better keep it pushing.
And let it be known, the Wawas in Philly are different. Like the Philly Wawas, it could really pop off. Wawa,
the whole situation.
Wawa don't give a damn where they put a franchise in. Like where I'm at in South Jersey, it'd be all nice and everybody just be walking in the door. Philly be having danger around their Wawas. I don't know why they put their Wawas in the most dangerous parts of Philadelphia ever. Shawnee's face says everything. I'm thinking. I don't know.
Those were never my experiences when I was by myself.
No.
I was like, I like this here. They're nice up here.
Nice, and your ass end up on a back block. That's all I'm gonna say.
Here's another rule from comedian JP Justice, who's hilarious. Stay in the tourist lane on the street. Stay out the native lane because we moving. Like there is a tourist lane in Midtown Manhattan. There is a tourist lane. Yeah. Just stay in there. Don't get fucked up.
Trying to figure out, do this street go both ways? And if I turn down 125th, how do I end up at 100?
If you got your phone and you taking pictures, stay out. Stay in the tourist lane and keep it moving.
Well, I would ride the train, or either I had a driver, ride the train, or either catch a cab.
When I go to New York, I catch the train.
Yeah, and then a lot of times I guess I was in the tourist area. But I mean, even when I would go like to Harlem or to go to Queens, because there was some restaurant that I loved in Queens. It was a Cuban restaurant.
I don't know how you survived, because even the way you're talking right now, I'm so happy God saved you.
I did.
I'm so happy God. I'm so happy.
Y'all know how I just talk to people, so I don't care. I just talk to them. I ask questions. I was in the clubs.
Talking.
God just covered you. God covered you.
I ain't had no problem.
Yeah, you should have been covered. You should have been robbed and kidnapped twice. Yeah, like you should have at least. It was like, this is Cuban place I love. I love this place. The gun should have been right in your neck, right here. Shut up and get in the car.
Right.
Just get in the car. Kelly J said, my friend from New York did tell me the same thing my first day. I was scared as hell. But by the second day, I was in the project. Why are we always going to the projects and hanging out with everyone?
What? If you're not from there, meaning like if you don't live there, I don't care if you got family there. I said that before. My friend was like, "Oh yeah," because I think I got family who live out there, and I'm like, if you think and you don't know them personally, don't go. Don't talk about doing no home, no visits to your family out in the projects, nowhere where you ain't from. Don't do it.
Yeah, and also understand, JP Justice also said we don't eat the hot dogs or pretzels from the wagon
in Philly. Yeah.
No, in New York too. Yeah,
somebody told me that.
I got food poisoning. I got food poisoning twice messing with the damn wagons. I did. Yeah, Harlem is not the Harlem from 2001. No, because Harlem now white people are walking their dogs late at night.
Harlem is very gentrified.
Harlem in 2001, you need to have your hoodie up, and your Timbs need to be unlaced. Like,
they got dog signs now in Harlem, like pick up your dog, pick up behind your dog and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not the same.
See, even walking, the left lane is for passing, even if you're on foot.
On foot.
See, look, Shawn didn't even know that.
I was stabbing away, I was telling people, hey, can you help me? I don't know where I'm at. I'm trying to get here, and I'm here.
It's the same in Philly, because North Philly is not North Philly no more. Technically, if you look around North Philly has been gentrified to the 10th power.
No, some of North Philly has, like the casino area and go on Fifth
Temple.
Street.
I say Temple area still too. Around that area as well. Fairmont Park. Fairmont. All of that. To me, it has been very gentrified.
Look at all the New Yorkers walk fast and move out the fucking way. Look at it.
I like the East Coast better than I like the West Coast. Like LA, I didn't like it there. I didn't like it there. Like there, it felt hard. Like you can ask people for help. It was always, well, what why you wearing this? I'm like,
that's crazy, because honestly, I loved LA. I love California because you either filthy rich or you dead broke. Like but you on the you one step away. Like I just love, because Manhattan ain't nothing but Hollywood Boulevard. Like the Hollywood Walk of Fame is one of the dirtiest places you can ever walk down. Like there's homeless cats, there's people performing. The Hollywood stars are all over the place and they're dirty. The Chinese theater or whatever is whatever. It reminds me of Manhattan, because Manhattan has some nice, fancy spots that you look, but there's some dirtiness that goes on. Emerald said DC is totally different now too. We used to be the most hood areas now have yoga mats and toy dogs as accessories.
Yes.
But the hood had to go somewhere. The hood had to go somewhere. Kathy said, my bro-in-laws was on the subway, and a little 12-year-old approached them and said they don't like tourists, paparazzis taking pictures. They ignored him. Damn, the 12-year-old said they don't like tourists. All right. Shawn didn't see them people. Hey, God. I'm just glad Shawn
I went to sleep on the train. Like,
you tripping. You went to sleep on the train.
She went to sleep on the train.
You went to sleep on the train in New York. You crazy.
Yeah, I had to come from, I was down in Jamaica States. I had to go from Jamaica States back to Manhattan, and I went to sleep. It was be rocking, and you just doze off.
What time was it? What time was it when you fell asleep?
It was in the day. It was in the day. Like I didn't ride the train at night. Yeah,
okay.
I wouldn't ride the train at night. At night, I would get a cab.
You can fall asleep
as long as it wasn't in the morning, and I wouldn't fall asleep on the train no matter what time of the day it is in New York.
No, but during the day, during the rush hour, a lot of people do fall asleep on the train. Like a lot of
With
people.
Your hands out my pocket.
Yeah, you got to make sure you
got to make sure ain't nobody filling you up on the train. It's all kinds of crazy stuff that happen on the train in New York. You would get groped.
People do.
Before you know it, it'd be in and out, and you be like, you try to figure out what happened.
Claude said, I need to get Shawnee out with me in NYC. Laugh out loud. You will get a workout because we move fast. Yes. No, all right. My cousin Claude, there is no tour guide better. No, I swear on everything. You need to put money on it. You go to New York, and if I give her, I'm like, yeah, here's your money. You're the tour guide. You will sit. I'm from New York, and she has taken me to places. I'm like, what is this? I don't even know how she knows these goddamn places. Like back in the day, she would take us to restaurants that a play. I forget the name of it. We'd go to this restaurant, and Frankenstein would come out the ceiling. No, for real. And it would spin around. Real life. And they would do a play. Wow. They would do a Frankenstein play out of nowhere. And all the TVs would come down. And all of a sudden, I forget what it was called. And she knows all. Shawnee, when I tell you, the next time you go to New York, just meet up with her. And I promise you, you will see things. I'm like, oh, that's in New York. So, yep. Tam, what Tam say? Tam said,
oh, wait a minute. Where's she going? Wait a minute.
She said she loves her city of LA. You're either broke or you either broke.
Yes. Tam said, I love LA.
Yeah, she's from LA. That's where she's originally from.
I love LA. I love being out there. Like, I would have died if I would have stayed out there when I went out there for a little bit.
Oh, the Magic Time Machine? That's what it was with Frankenstein? Was it the Magic Time
Machine? No,
it's
called something else.
Something Time Machine.
It's not called the Time Machine. It was called what the hell was it called? And they had two of them. If you see an empty cart on the train, it's either hot or a bum is on it. Like, stop.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Jekyll
and Hyde. And there were two of them, but the main one. And then she took me to another place where you had to feel the wall to get to the bathroom. So the wall,
I want to go to that place. I gotta feel my way through.
It had so the table was like 1,000 beer menu or whatever. And then I don't think that was the same place. I don't even know. It might have been the same place. But then you had to feel your way. Now, mind you, I'm in my height of drinking. Like I'm in my height. And I really got to pee. And I'm really having to feel the wall to get to the back. But man, she knows some dope spots. Like New York really will have you turned out. Like I see why people will spend $1 trillion to live there. I was born the PJs, and the PJs will get you shot at. Facts. Hey, Dave. I was never in the PJs.
I had a record rep fly me out. And she took me to the island because I had never been to
Staten Island or Long Island.
I'd never been to Long Island. And I had the most amazing time. And you remember Ruben Rodriguez? Do you know Ruben Rodriguez?
Why does that name sound familiar?
Well, he just passed last year, but he was a record rep, and he did some other stuff in radio too. But one time he had me come up for an artist little thing they had going on, and he took me a couple places, but in the city. But I'd have to say, Claude, when I come, I definitely want to go back to Long Island because they just. Like I had a blast out there. I did not want to leave. I didn't even go to the.
Honestly, I don't think you want to go back to
the adult me. The adult me ain't yeah.
You don't go.
No, but they had like all these day parties, and it was on the script. And...
No, you're good. You know.
No.
You don't want to go Long Island. You're
good. All right, yeah, that was some years ago. All right,
just stay. She'll have you in Manhattan, and you'll be in the city, running up and down them streets, and doing a whole bunch of good. Like even I mean, from Radio City Music Hall, which is, something. And then Disney took over Midtown Manhattan. And now the fact that the streets are closed down, so you can walk in the middle of the street and you can sit on bleachers. And like, it wasn't like that. Like Back when I was in Midtown Manhattan, they was hookers walking up and down. Everything was triple XXXX, and it was wild.
The places you can go into and put a quarter in the booth and the
watch
window pop
movie.
out and watch a little something. Yeah,
it's not like that
anymore.
I met a stripper at the comedy club, and across the street, we didn't know she was a porn star. And she was shout to rest in peace, Angela Lozado. Rest in peace.
Wow.
We were at Caroline's Comedy Club, and she came to the back, and she was like, whatever. And she was like, no, I'm a star. I'm a porn star. And we were like, yeah, whatever. We didn't know when we went across the street. We were the comedians. We were the stars at the comedy club. When we went across the street, we didn't know her posters and her.
She was the star.
She was the star. Manager came out like, yo, I cannot believe she's signing shit. But that was Midtown Manhattan. Now Midtown Manhattan is like the Lion King.
Mm-hmm. Very touristy, very, Broadway. Very, yes.
I have been to the tunnel, Natasha. I didn't know it was the tunnel. I didn't know what I was at. I was just there. Like everything that I went to, I didn't know.
Yeah, Shawny, you was doing some risque. You were at some risque places. The places that you name dropping are some they were some risque places that she was in.
Yeah, later on I realized, that's what I was at.
Oh, you was at the tunnel. You was in a real train tunnel. Like the way it was shaped was a real old. It was the old school tunnel. Me and Chloe used to be up there, and Long Island is the Hamptons. Yeah, the Hamptons is different. But Hampton, Long Island. Did you go to Hampton, Long Island? Where
she
Chuck
took
D's
me
from?
No, I don't. No, it was
because she said people were in the streets and like very.
Well,
that might have been the Hamptons. Yeah,
they had different little.
That ain't Long Island.
Before we had that here, before we had where you could just go out and you go from. Well, we have always had that, but there were day parties. Like we weren't having day parties in Texas at the time. And so it was just the strip on the beach, and
you was in the Hamptons.
You was in the beach. She was in the Hamptons. We separate up top. We separate that.
Yeah, I mean, I had fun. I met all kind of.
I know. I had fun. I went to the Hamptons for my my prom. We went to the Hamptons out there with all the rich folks, and I didn't even know how rich the Hamptons were.
See, I didn't even know where I was. I'm just now learning today. I was today years old when I realized I've been to the Hamptons and partied in the Hamptons.
I was horseback riding. I ain't never been horseback riding since then. I was horseback riding. I was sitting with the editor from Ebony Magazine and shit like that. I had no clue. It was my senior. I was so out of place, but I had fun. What was that last one? We got that's that New York I remember coming up. Morning, guys. Yes, that New York was a different New York. Like that New Year's Eve. That New Year's Eve when the ball dropped in New York back in the day, people was getting robbed. Like cats was getting robbed for real. Like now it's a whole different, and I'm glad it is. I'm not like asking it would be the way it went. Back in the day, going in there was dangerous. Like you was getting pickpocketed. You was getting stuck up on the side streets. Wasn't no Ryan Seacrest in that bitch. There was no Ryan Seacrest. There was none of that. The Andy Cohen and all that other stuff. Wasn't none of that shit going on. Actually, Pandemic NYC is different. Pandemic NYC has to be different.
Yeah, the girls want to go. Carly told me, she said next year can we go to Times Square for New Year's? I said it's gonna be cold. It looked fun on TV, but I don't know if you're gonna want to stand out there.
And the dope thing, Shawnee, is the comedy club is right there in Times Square, Caroline's Comedy Club. So we used to do shows there, like the way we do shows at the Arlington. But that shit would be in a whole nother massive level. My cousin Claude was there. It'd be a whole nother level of having Times Square, right? You can look at it. Like you feel like you made it. Kelly said, at Dave, that is the truth. When I say I was in the project, I really was. From Harlem to the Bronx. But Kelly, why? Why were you in the projects from Harlem to the Bronx?
Yeah, I didn't want to go to the projects when I went.
I don't like visiting. Like I went to Compton by mistake. But it wasn't bad.
No, it was not bad.
Yeah, the houses look nice. I didn't know what really popped off, but I went inside. Claudia, yes, I haven't been since everything started. We're gonna have to take a road trip to New York when we get Shawnee. When we get Shawnee out here, Well, I'm here in Dallas now. When we get Shawnee to the East Coast, summers in NYC are the best. Yes, they are. I've seen a lot of dope free concerts. Yes. There's nothing
and then
better.
all the fairs and festivals that they have.
No, they're amazing.
The different cultures and stuff. I loved it. And SOBs, that was one of my favorite places to go because
some legendary performances definitely would have gone down at SOBs.
And it'd be tight in that bitch. It'd be small and tight.
Yeah.
That shit is a big ass lounge.
It really is.
It's a big ass
what
lounge.
I was expecting when I went. I'm like, well, dang, we right here.
If somebody shoot, we all get shot. If somebody shoot, we all shot. Like that one bullet. The one bullet will shoot 17 people up in there. Though Caroline's, I can't wait to get back to Caroline's cultures. Everything in the Northeast. Shout to Emerald. What's up, Emerald? Hope you feeling better. I know you had that food poisoning.
Oh, Emerald.
And don't go. That was like a week or two ago. She had some food poisoning. Oh, that shit sucks.
Hey, Emerald, are you and John gonna come back out Thursday? We're in Arlington. Oh, I put on there Addison. I'm sending people to the wrong place.
Oh yes, Arlington. I saw that. Arlington. Emerald gotta come. She gotta. If you feel better, you gotta come to because I'm not leaving after the show because it's my last thing. We gotta hang out afterwards.
Oh, we hanging out. You ain't getting in the car and driving off today.
Let's
this
hang
time.
No, let's hang out.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be ready. All right, yeah.
I'm gonna take my nap in the middle of the day.
The mic go out again.
Yeah, I gotta make sure. How my mic sound?
My mic sound nice.
That one. My mic.
Right.
No, we should do something afterwards. I don't know what's going to be open at the Highlands. Maybe we just go eat somewhere at Boomer Jack or some shit. Do something.
Yeah.
You cannot get out when you get your spot. You cannot get out when you get your spot. What's that
I'm
mean?
gonna cry. I'm not looking forward to this last show that Mike is doing.
You're not gonna cry.
I watch. You're gonna
not.
Be
as long as there's Spirit and Frontier, he is only one flight away.
I'm only one flight away.
Only one flight away.
I'm getting emotional just thinking about it now.
We're gonna be fine, girl. I got a whole bunch of stuff.
And it ain't like me and Mike really hang out.
No, we don't.
It's the comfort though, right? It's and knowing that he's like right there. Like he's yes.
So it's if I want to call Mike, I can call Mike and be like, hey, come on, we going to Bing's house. We going to Action's house. We don't even hang out. We don't even
no. Now, had this been a few years back, you would have been out every night of the week. Somewhere.
Oh, yeah. If Shorty would have met me in that, oh, God.
Everywhere. There would have been chill bottles of tequila and Heineken's popping off every night.
Close that I remember being out with Mike, J Black, Jonesy, and SOB. So happy Mike is sober. We were a mess.
That sounded like a good time.
It was. It just wasn't productive. It was a good time, but it wasn't productive. Dave Burns said Chicago people there will get to know you and everything will be cool with them. But the next thing, they be your friends. Next thing, they backstabbing you. Most Texas people do the same. Damn, Dave.
Oh, wow, Dave.
Down. Fuck. I thought thought there was going to be a moral of
I thought there was going to be like a good punchline to it.
Dave said everybody ain't shit. It don't matter. It don't matter what city it is.
Dave, are you and your wife coming to the Arlington Improv?
Tam, Spirit and Frontier. Spirit and Frontier, girl.
Spirit and Frontier. Tam will have to come with me. I won't come by myself. I probably will come by myself, but you know, if Tam ain't busy, she can.
No, but when you come down for the party, when you come down to Jersey, then we should make it that includes us. It's only an hour and a half drive.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing I like about the East Coast. You get everywhere quick. Everywhere quick. You can go you do everything. Yeah, and that's what I told the girls I was gonna do. One time we'll go up there, we'll start in New York, rent a car, and go all the way down to DC. Because going from there to DC is like driving from here to Houston. It take forever. Or Corpus Christi. It take forever, and we still in Texas.
That's what I try to tell people. I said you can't drive out the state of Texas. Like you can drive from New York to DC in 4 hours. 4 hours don't get you still in Texas. You can't get out of Texas. Give me a square. I have stories.
All right, we're gonna get you a square. We're gonna get you a square.
It's story time.
My cousin Chloe was dancing with Amari on one night. That shit was crazy.
And we ain't talking about the COVID variant.
Not the variant.
We talking about the real motherfucking Mario. All right, Dave. Both Dallas and Chicago. We got to do most stories, then we got to get out of here. If you want to send it to us, send it to us. Both Dallas and Chicago people, most of them that you will meet for the moment you start standing up to something, then they hate you and call you all kind. Damn, Dave, you done had bad experiences, homie. I've had bad experiences too, but shit, I ain't had them. All right, Mo, give us like two stories. We don't know if none of this shit is true. We will retract these stories in a matter of minutes. Sexy Mo. All we need is 1 or 2 stories with allegedly, yeah.
Well, this is not allegedly today. This is factual, Michael Shawn. I gave the story, a while back. But former NFL running back Clinton Portis, he has finally got his sentencing, and he's sentenced to 6 months in the feds and 6 months home confinement, which is pretty lightweight. So remember, he was running that whole NFL healthcare benefit scandal fraud. Where he was having. Say that again.
Who was that?
Clinton Portis.
Former NFL star, NFL running back. Wow, he ran the scam for real.
Yes, and so it caught up with him, and this has been some time ago because he did it over of the course of a few years. And what he was doing was he was having them come in. See certain doctors and certain specialists. And what the feds found out was you can't have the same tooth removed 2 and 3 times.
Oh, wow.
And so the doctors were billing for the same procedures or erroneous procedures that they were performing. And then they would break the player off a portion of the money.
And some of the players were getting like root canals, right?
Yes.
So they had the dates, but unfortunately, the dates didn't match with a debit card transfers because they'd be in Hawaii.
The math wasn't happening,
and the root canal would be happening in San Diego, and they'd be like, "Dog." I mean, they had a good hustle going on,
right?
It's just everybody takes it too far. Always just how about this? How about you just show up to the appointment? Just show up and don't have nothing done,
right?
Yeah.
Well, he pleaded guilty back in September to the charges, and basically nearly $100,000 after filing the false claim medical course, claims. But my thing is the dentist scam. Yes, you only got a certain amount of teeth. How many times can they work on that one tooth?
No, but the problem, and this is
it could have been a bone, it could have been anything but the teeth.
But this is the problem I had with Clinton Portis with the scam. You actually are vested in the union because you made it enough years.
Mm-hmm.
What made you want to go above and beyond? Like, you were the lucky one that made it enough years that you're actually getting a check for the rest of your career.
Right.
But what made you want to scam the NFL, like to just get more? Like
greed.
Yeah, greed ain't
shit.
Well,
the problem is you can't
be on that show.
Yeah,
and on the next season of Greed.
Well, his ass is in the feds for 6 months, which is really like a slap on the wrist. It's like a damn vacation. And then the next 6 months of his sentence, he's going to be at home on house arrest.
Let's be clear. Don't ever
it's
say
a white collar crime.
No. The fuck out of here! If you've
how
long you been in a cell? How long you been in a cell?
Long enough to know I never want to be in one again.
Well, tell me the amount of time you were in a cell. Tell me.
Not more than a weekend. I never ever want to be in one again.
Can you imagine being 6 months anywhere?
3 days was enough.
No, that's enough for me. I'm good. I'm good money. I'm good money.
Even the Fed shit, like ain't no sitting there for 6, especially since you've been free because you was an NFL star.
Yeah, you were
free.
Mm-hmm. It was very free.
You was in the penthouse.
But a 6 month bid versus what he could have gotten was a very light sentence. And after the 6 months, all he has to do is a 6 month stint at home with an ankle bracelet and some monitoring going back and forth to his PO, and then he's done.
I hope he don't mess up. It's 6 months in jail. 6 months. How the hell? No, his probation better be longer than that.
So we don't know what his probation.
I know my probation ain't longer than his ass.
We don't know what his probation is going to have to be.
Yeah, I'm about to get mad. If he does 12 months and he's a rap and it's done and he ain't got nothing else, man, listen. All right, go ahead. What's the next story, Clinton? You better have more than that.
Well, I mean, he may have had great lawyers, but it's insurance fraud. So, of course, it's not a violent crime, but it's still a white-collar crime. And so, there was no way that his black ass was getting sent home with nothing.
What you looking at, Mike?
What? I was looking back. What you thought I was looking at?
I ain't know. It looked like you was looking to the side.
Oh no, I did look out the window because the birds are right out the window. Like I got these little birds.
What you looking at?
And they got this little raccoon that jumps up and tries to chase. Why am I telling y'all this story? This little squirrel. No, I swear on everything.
What are we going with this? We talking about nuts, squirrels, what?
No, I tried to record the squirrel. The squirrel runs up and the birds sit at this one part of the tree. And the squirrel goes up and tries to get him. And then they fly off. Then they fly back, and the squirrel just squirrels around. Then he has another squirrel that comes up. I swear.
So you got a squirrel and a bird that play a cat and mouse game, a chase with each other.
I can never. And every time I take my phone out, like I'll be on my phone smoking a Black and Mild, and by the time I take my phone, I can never. I'll go viral if I can get these. If I can get this squirrel that tries to get these two birds, I will go viral. Like I swear I will. So I just looked over there. I didn't even know that's how much I look over there. Okay. My bad. All right, next door.
Antonio Brown. He might want to pick another attorney. His attorney has hopped on Twitter to go off apparently on the Bucks after they released Antonio from a game earlier this month. And we talked about that. But he goes on to say the Bucks picked an arbitrary appointment time outside of the normal business hours early Thursday morning. Talking about because Antonio Brown was supposed to undergo surgery, right? And so he's calling foul. He's calling foul on the play. He said we were in the midst of scheduling an appointment with the Bucks, chosen surgery when we learned via Twitter that they terminated him for not seeing that very same surgeon on Wednesday night. He said the Bucks had concocted this bogus scheme to engineer a way to cut Antonio Brown out. So his lawyer is turning the tables back on the Bucks and saying that they're the reason and it's not Antonio's fault.
I don't even care about all that. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm going to say it to y'all faces. I fuck with Antonio Brown's new song. I'm from the pit, not the palace.
Oh, yeah. I hate it. Let me see if I can get him.
I saw
that song.
I saw it. I was not in my head. I was not in my head. It had a catchy beat to it. It had like a little trappy beat to it. It was all right.
Listen, man. Listen, Antonio Brown, you an ignorant son of a bitch.
You
go hard on people and you got some reckless things in your life. But when I tell you that song I had that song in my earbuds hard. Pause. Like I was like, I don't know what it is about that track.
How about that?
I don't know what it is about that he got this little weird punch drunk flow. Like Antonio Brown sounded like he was a boxer, but he got a little slurry boxer thing going on. Like he really does. Oh man, please, just
yes.
You can play this real quick. Man, listen.
Waiting for the moment, man, to see you run down the field again, brother. I told you from day one.
When the beat drop.
Tough move. You made it. You came through the fire.
It sounds like what he was saying.
Cause the prayers ready for you to be back.
I'm from the pit, not the palace. I'm kinda stylish. Lifestyle lavish. Jump in the coupe with no mileage. Run it. Style it. I'm from the pit, not the palace. I gotta run it, style it. Hit on the gas, make it growl it. Jump in the coupe with no mileage.
Let me tell y'all something. Don't let one of these rappers get on this track. The song is only like he only spits. Yeah. He does the hook and he does one verse.
Yeah, it's just a minute and 30
16.
seconds.
Yeah.
Taj, stop playing.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
I can see Meek jumping on this.
I don't want
him riding the beat. I can see. I can see the baby or Lil Baby.
No. I need grown ass Rick Ross or
Yeah,
I need
I
like
can see him jumping on it.
or
or Jay-Z, because we
I
can
don't
get
see
that.
Ho riding that beat. I see Rick Ross riding that
Yeah.
beat better.
You
Yeah.
got no Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Jay-Z got tons of songs with that same tempo.
The same
What?
feel. Yeah.
The
And that
whole
same
thing. I'm
feel.
from the pit, not the palace.
Yeah. He put that little ad-libs on it.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's about, man. I love.
We'll see. We'll see if he jumps on it.
I mean, he probably
But
won't.
perfect distraction from what's going on the field and the chaotic stuff that's going on the field with him. So who knows? Maybe this is his transition, his breakout. It's coming out.
I don't know if it's a breakup, but I know the video's dope. The actual video's dope. The shit is like, listen, man.
Well, it looks like something he was working on before all of this stuff happened on the field with him.
Homie is all crazy as hell. Shout out to my man Real Rogers. The song is crazy, yo. I just want to hear it loud. I want to hear
like the hook. You sound like you like the hook where he's saying, "I'm from the pit, not the palace."
That shit is so crazy. Like, I love the whole.
Oh, here he is filming it.
What we got?
Wait a minute. Let me make sure it's the right kind of video first.
It's porn.
Oh yeah, this is cool. We can do this. All right.
I'm from the pit, not the palace.
Oh, where are y'all at? Okay,
I'm stylish.
He's from the pit, not the palace. Where is he from?
I don't know where Antonio Brown's from. Real talk. I have no idea where Antonio Brown's from.
He's not. Isn't he from Texas?
I don't know.
Oh, that's the making of it. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. The actual video?
I can't find the video.
He's a jumping coupe with no mileage.
What we doing, buddy? What we doing, buddy?
Who is this with this phone? Hey, he might have a new career.
A new career. Smooth transition.
Yeah.
From the field to the mic.
Yeah.
Hop in the coupe with no mileage. I love that. I love when people just talk that shit. When you just hop in the coupe with no mileage. I love.
Somebody so said you still got the gallant.
No, I love the gallant.
That was back in the day.
No, I had the gallant out here.
You had another one?
Yeah, I had the Mitsubishi Galant out here in Texas. I woke up in my Mitsubishi.
And he was proud of that Mitsubishi. He used to talk about that all the time.
I'm so mad I messed that Galant up because it was white. And I kept it clean.
Dave East on it.
I woke up in my Mitsubishi.
Yeah, I definitely could see Dave East riding that beat too.
Dog. They gonna. I'm telling you, somebody gonna get on that. Somebody.
Jay will not get on that. That's why I want to say it like that, but I don't think he would get on it either.
First of all, he's a Rock Nation client. He's Jay-Z
is very typical.
But
particular about who he gets on.
But do you know how Jay-Z is so genius that he'll be like, "You're my client, and I'm about to get on this track, and we're about to give you a new stream of income, and we're about to cop money off of that." Like Jay's a genius when it comes to that. Like Jay and have all of New York rocking to that shit. Maybe Drake, maybe J. Cole.
I don't want to hear nothing else from Drake. Nothing against Drake. I like Drake, but give us another girl rap song. Drake.
Dog, I just love the way that hook dropped. That hook dropped so hard. And man, listen. All right, let's get out of here. All right, y'all. This Thursday night, Arlington Improv. It goes down. The Farewell for Now comedy show, Arlington Improv. If you want tickets, tap the link in my bio, or you can call 817-635-5555.
It is. Let me see.
817-635-50. Just tap the link in my damn bio.
817. There it is.
635-5555. Hit up improvtx.com/Arlington. We will see y'all tomorrow morning. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that and understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. Enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for parking spots. You fight for the big piece of chicken. Fight for your happiness and never, ever let somebody take that from you. Michael Shawn and the Ovaries. See y'all tomorrow. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes